Oh, I pulled the wrong damn. All right, I'll be right back on here, guys. Hello, everybody. Give me 1 second. There we go. I don't want you to see all of the behind the scenes stuff because that will ruin it completely. All right. Hello, everybody in stream. I was first sent. He was not there. Yeah, this runs on my channel. He gets a break. Yeah, so hello, everybody. I hope everyone has had a good week. For those that we haven't seen, I think we've seen pretty much everybody during the week, though, which is awesome. We are picking up from, well, we'll do the recap, but we're picking up from last week after they met with Frozen Phoenix, and all of the drama that came afterwards. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, there's that. All right. So we are going to go ahead and get started. This ain't my game. I don't stream it yet. Is there anyone home? Yes, we're home. We can, yes, double shout out for Torrin. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this rolling here. Let me move this one. And I was letting the crew know we are short of Bonkin tonight. Unfortunately, he is not feeling well. But I'd rather that he gets better, so. So much better than what I thought. Okay. All right, weirdos. We're going to go ahead and do a quick recap here. I'm sure everybody kind of remembers. I know we were all talking during the week, but last week you all talked with Frozen Phoenix. Also, just to check, you guys can hear me okay, right? I have the mic a little bit farther away. Okay.
Yep.
I just don't like having it right in my face because I can't see my screen. So, okay, so my notes from last session. You went and met with the Frozen Phoenix. There were lots of power plays that were had by many. She didn't seem two-faced, but there was a slight hint of crazy. When everyone left, Bonkin gave her a hug and Kira gave her shit. On the way back, the party was split by opinions, or so it would seem, and Marcus tried to defend himself against the morality that had suddenly overtaken everyone after speaking with the Frozen Phoenix. And then I have in my notes, ... mission accomplished. And Bonkin met with Marcus toward the end of the night there and tried to talk through things. And then learned how to charge and turn his phone on from Kira. So that was exciting. So we are right now picking up at that point, right just before a long rest, in case there's anything else anyone needed to do, on the night of the 7th at about 9:15. Is there anything that anybody else would like to do before we do our long rest? Any questions, clarifications, no concerns?
I have a legit thing.
Okay, what is it?
Although I appreciate your skepticism. I have a thing I want to do midway through a long rest at a very inconvenient time.
Okay.
And that is not realizing the modern implications of this. Kira is going to text Marcus in the middle of the night and just ask if he is up.
Okay.
Literally, it's an
Marcus,
you
get a text from Kira that's questionably a booty call in the middle of the night. I'm just kidding. You get a text from Kira in the middle of the night asking if you're awake.
And if you're asleep and you don't respond, that's totally fine, but it gets sent in the middle of the night.
Yeah, there is no response.
Okay.
All right.
This time.
Okay, I rolled poorly on charisma, I understand. I should have used the emojis. Tempest taught me better than that.
Eggplant, eggplant, eggplant. Water droplets.
Are you up?
No. Yeah. With poor Marcus. His dumb ass, he'd just be like, what? Why?
Obviously, Kira's making ratatouille in the middle of the night.
Yeah, no shit. Is Aegis like teaching cooking? Is this cooking lesson? What?
All right.
Kira's secretly trying to get better at cooking without Aegis knowing.
You know that thing where they say if you get hit by a truck, right? Okay, is there anything anybody else wants to do? If not, we're going to, sake of brevity, the long rest, so everybody can set themselves up for a long rest. Seru. Stop it.
My button has been pushed
Perfect. Okay, long rested. So,
and confirmed.
wonderful. So, yeah, so it's morning of January 8th, 2024. A little bit of time goes by. I'll say it's, I'm guessing you guys are all early risers, so I'll say that it's probably about 6:37. Well, Kira's not. Tempest doesn't do, okay, Aegis.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm the early riser to go ahead and make sure the smells wake everybody else up.
Marcus is usually
That's
up,
what wakes
so
Tempest up every time.
For those who will be awake, it's about 6:30. A little bit of time goes by, and then you smell a lovely breakfast.
I suppose Tempest will put on his Yale sweater and Jimbo Jambos and comes scuffling out.
Okay. Damn Yale sweater. You smell all the delicious foods that you typically would smell. Yeah, we'll see in the kitchen over there.
Morning.
Oh, morning, Tempest.
And actually, so where you might typically see Bonkin, he doesn't come out of his room. Actually, neither of you talked to him just before bed, so he doesn't come out of his room. You do, however, hear the elevator. Bing. And you hear the familiar hello. And this is pretty early. She usually doesn't show up quite this early, but you guys just talked to the Frozen Phoenix. So.
Without even saying a word, Aegis instantly just gets started prepping everything to make sure there's a little extra. That way she can have some too.
Perfect. Okay. You'll see her approach. Yeah. Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Commander?
Good morning.
Well, I wanted to. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of came here for the breakfast too because it's better than the typical apple and yogurt that I go for. But I wanted to see how things went last night, so I can hang out for a little bit and wait for everyone to wake up.
I mean, we can at least give you the prelude here a little bit. Honestly, I feel like she's a little misunderstood.
I would have to concur with that, honestly. I think he kind of stops for a moment and he's just like, at the end of the day, I think she's one of the people where she means to do good, but she don't always go about it the right way. She wants the better things for the world, really. But the ends don't justify the means of her actions.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks that, yeah, just exactly what Asia said. Then she believes that what she's doing is justifiable, but it's not. It's not.
What exactly is it that's not? Or what?
Putting people in
I
harm.
guess what is she trying to get to, and what has she done so far?
Well, doesn't seem like she's done much so far because all she's trying to do at this point is trying to test us, I suppose. But what she's trying to do is trying to, I don't know, I suppose, give a better world to divergence like us.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She's trying to spread this message through all the wrong channels.
Tempest, you notice as she's sitting there listening, she is, the last time that she was here, she kind of relaxed a little bit, was a little bit more loosey-goosey. She's very, like, sitting upright, almost tense.
Sorry, would you like a cup of coffee before we get into any more of this?
You know, coffee that would be excellent. I don't know if I can go knock on doors, but it might be better if it's one of you two, if you could possibly get the others.
To be honest, I'm surprised I was the first one out of the rest of the group. I mean, I usually come out when the smells happen, but usually everybody else is out before me. But sure, I can go knock on some doors after I put on a pot.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, after Tempest, gets the coffee maker going. He'll go around. He'll make his way to Bonkin's room first. I know he's obviously not.
Yeah, so you get to Bonkin's room. He doesn't answer. The door is open, and you realize he's not in there.
Oh.
There's a note there that's poorly written that says GONTRAININ.
Gone training. Okay. Okay, that's weird, but okay. All right, you do you, buddy. Big guy.
Yeah.
And he'll knock on Kira's door. Kira, there's the commander's here. She'd like to talk to us. Don't burn
Yeah.
the place down.
Yeah, 1 second, and then there's the usual metal clanging, things getting pushed to the side. 1 second.
All right, in there.
She hastily shoves things that might be suspicious to for the commander to see away from the line of sight to the doorway.
I'm not opening the door. I'm just.
And then a moment later, she and Min slip out of the door and shut it behind themselves.
On in. He'll make his way down to Marcus's room as well.
Okay. You knock on the door. You don't hear anything. Not snoring, not movement, not nothing.
You in there, big guy? Nothing? Still sleeping? Commander's here if you're awake and ready to do some stuff. He wants to talk to us about the Frozen Phoenix, but yeah, he's probably still sleeping. Send him a text.
Okay. What did you...
With us, it's gonna be like wakey wakey, eggs and bakey, and commander, and sun emoji, smiley face, and bacon.
Okay. Yeah, there's you don't get a response to your text either.
All right. Well, at least we got half of us here.
Okay. Well, do you know where Bonkin is? Where Marcus is?
Left a note saying "gone training." I have no idea what that's all about.
I'm sure he spends a lot of his time either training or helping with maintenance with Henry, I've noticed. How about Marcus? He's usually up and moving, isn't he?
Yeah, usually, but he's no response to his door. Didn't hear him snoring or farting or cleaning his guns or anything. So both metaphorical and literal.
She reaches into her suit pocket basically and pulls out her phone, and she says, well, I have an idea as to where he might be. And you can see the look on her face. She's very stoic, which isn't typical for her. She reads, Commander, after our most recent excursion with the Frozen Phoenix, my companions have suddenly taken to strict moral objection against my will to survive, in that I'm being evaluated by them to determine my value within their structure for my actions of self-preservation. With that being said, I intend to leave the Alpha League and create a mercenary group of my own. The details are still in the early stages, but I thank you for everything you've done for me. I will return in person to provide you with my contact details, as I do look forward to accepting contracts from you in the future. My pistols have been left in my room. Please forward me the value of them at your earliest convenience. The ninth son. She just kind of looks around at the group.
That felt a little hasty.
Well,
I
what happened? I know Bonkin and he have had words about this in the past. And honestly, I assumed that it was Bonkin.
No.
What?
I may have said something that I was just kind of in the moment of.
Okay.
I don't think that was you, Aegis.
Well, here's what I'll say. You all really only have each other. And I don't know what discussion was had, and you don't have to share that with me necessarily. Especially if you're uncomfortable with doing so. I realize that the intricacies of groups sometimes need to stay private. But what I will say is that, well, first, would you like to share more?
Well, I, for one, and he'll go ahead and start getting the food on the plates for everybody as he's saying this. I may have went off a bit on him and said that he was stuck a little bit back in our times.
How so?
At the end of the day, I realize that we're in a different time, as does he, as does all of us. But that means that there's different rules, different laws that have to be handled because of that.
True enough. Any rules or laws in particular that I might be able to clear up?
I think the best way to put it is there was, I guess, a little bit of a disagreement on whether or not we should be judge, jury, and executioner in a lot of these situations.
I see. Did it come to blows with Frozen Phoenix?
No.
Oh, okay.
After, when we were in the car, we were talking about the gray area between right and wrong. And I think things got interpreted to extremes a little bit. And Kira just looks completely guilty here. Like,
Okay, not even trying
she's
to
not
hide it.
hiding this.
Yeah.
No, she's
So
full guilt.
Aegis absolutely would be too.
Okay. Okay. Well, here's what I will say. In the short time that you all have been here, he's definitely embraced the now the most, I would say. And that's not saying anything against anybody. You could walk around town here wearing what you wore, you know, from your time and using the weapons you used from your time, and nobody would bat an eye. But Marcus seemed like he was making the best of the present day situation. And to be quite honest with you, and she kind of stops and looks around for a second and pushes the button on her suit that makes it go away, and she's in, like, you know, like street clothes now. I'm gonna take off the commander hat for a second here. To be honest with you, he still kind of is embracing, and I think that it's not a terrible idea to be able to go out on your own. We have a lot of rules with Alpha League, hence why I took off the commander hat just now. And it's not to say that rules and laws aren't important. They absolutely are. But they can be limiting. They can be limiting to an extent where you're not able to properly do your job. What I've observed with Marcus is that he takes his job very seriously, his job of protecting all of you. The only thing he's ever brought to me has been a concern about the safety of the group. I understand, I think, what you mean about judge, jury, and executioner. And being a hero isn't just knocking someone out and standing in front of a crowd while they cheer you on. Sometimes you do have to make harsh decisions. And I know that he's brought that up before too. And I applaud you for bringing people back to us, because oftentimes, especially in difficult situations, that's not possible. And the reason that's not possible is because many times it's kill or be killed. Villains out there are not going to care that you planned on keeping them alive, or that you planned on keeping their people alive. And it's really difficult to make that decision in the moment. So the fact that you have brought people back, especially the weirdo with the undead, that's huge. That's a big deal, and you should pat yourselves on the back for that. But it's important that you also understand that with I hate to say this, but sorry, that's
Do it.
Candace.
Do it.
With great power comes great responsibility.
There it is.
I'm quoting a movie, but honestly, it's true. It's true, and nothing has ever resonated more with Alpha League, because, again, we do have more restrictions than, say, the Watchdogs would. We definitely have more restrictions than the villains do, because we have morality that comes into play. And it just, don't lose sight of that, ever, because that's a big part of what defines us as what we are versus what villains are. But also never, ever put yourself or your companions at risk to save one who wouldn't do the same for you.
Suppose my angle from our couple weeks here has been, it seems like a lot of these people just don't have the same opportunities that, say, we do, or you do, or anybody in this building does, and they're driven to crime and violence and all they really need is just a chance, right? And that's where my standpoint is. And if we just give some of these people a chance, maybe we can turn them around. Maybe we can turn them around for the better. I'm not saying like the entire world will, bend to our will of good and lawfulness, but at least a few people we can help.
Honestly, it's so admirable. She's smiling, like, very warmly at Tempest. It's so admirable. And sometimes, because this is a job for many, it is forgotten that sometimes it's people who are desperate, or people who are at their lowest, that might be doing these harmful things. I truly commend you for keeping that mindset. But again, don't ever let it take over and put you at risk. I guess another question.
I'm not, and I'm not saying I'll choose a stranger over anybody in this room, but if there's an opportunity, and so far several times that I've seen multiple opportunities to help people in need. So
Sure.
that's all I'm saying.
No, and I commend you for that, and we will house as many as we can, but we do have a limited number of cells, and unfortunately, a lot of times we end up having to let people go if we can't prove their depth of crime or prove how into the villain group they might have been, and that's hard too. That's not an easy decision to make either. So I understand it's a conundrum. It's a really difficult place to be in. Let me ask this: where you came from, the time that you were in, would you? I'm trying to think of an example, but just consider, in your adventures and the jobs that you did during your time, try to keep your mindset just to survival. That's the important part. And the reason that I say it that way is because I do truly think and believe that's Marcus's intention. I also know that when he and Bonkin were going back and forth about whether or not to kill, he did purchase some handcuffs, and I don't know if he's using those personally or handing them out, but at least the intent was there to try to work with everybody, understanding morale. My concern is just I don't want to see this group I've expressed it several times. You all are incredible, and you work well together, well enough that I wanted you to train our new recruits, and I still do if you're interested. But I don't want to see this group split up, and I don't want to see Marcus end up on his own.
And I was also really surprised that he did strike out on his. If I'm being honest, I didn't think what we said was enough to drive him away.
I don't think
I
it
don't.
was just what you guys said. If I'm being honest, like I said, past conversations with him, I think he's been eager to embrace this world, and he's not much of a follower. He's more of a leader. I knew it was only a matter of time before the group of you left Alpha League. I'm just hoping that it will still be the group of you.
Candace, how long have we been here now? Is it been a month?
It has been.
Or have we had 2 downtimes? I'm trying to remember where
We've had
we're
2
at in the timeline.
downtimes. I believe we're at about 2 months, but let me just check.
2 months? Okay. This is for my notes.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it was 11. I think it's almost 3 months.
Suppose we'll have to reach out to him and I guess see how to make amends.
Yeah, and I don't think he. Go ahead, Kira.
That's a cat question.
Okay.
What are the odds that I have discovered find my friends or like the phone tracking stuff?
Give me an intelligence check.
My phone, I guess, would have to be on for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I had my
I think it's more of the hacking.
character
It
sheet
is,
is on the
yeah.
other screen this time. Okay.
Yeah. So.
I can't tell if it actually rolled. I heard the sound. Does not look like it. Let's try this again.
Oh.
Hey, that's an. Okay, roll percentiles for me.
That's nice. That's good.
No.
Well, then I guess you don't find anything out. 45. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, so you when would you have looked at it? Now or
Yeah, I'm literally like in this conversation as they're talking, and she's just gonna kind of pull out her phone and be tapping at it a little bit. She's not touching the food. She's listening, but she's also part of it's fidgeting, part of it's the problem solving.
Okay. So you are aware, just from messing around with the phone and stuff, that it doesn't give you precise location, it gives you like a general within 5 miles location. And you can see that his phone is on. And you can see that it is not nearby quarters right now. It is, I'm trying to figure out how much of the GPS you would have figured out by now, because that was a good roll. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see that he's actually closer to the diner that you guys are at than he is to headquarters right now.
All the eggplant talk got him thinking about that frozen
Yeah, frozen Phoenix.
Okay.
Warm that ass up.
Oh god. You guys. Okay, we'll share what he just said later. So yeah, so she does start to eat. She's kind of like enjoying your guys' company. And just so that it's clear, I don't think you all are, like I said, to blame. I don't think that he's abandoned you, and I don't think that. I think maybe this was an eye-opening conversation for him.
Well, I hope he just doesn't get himself killed out there.
I'm sure he won't. But I do.
If
want...
anybody can keep themselves alive out there, it's him.
It's true.
Aegis, do you think you can make another plate? This one, packed to go. I think we should go and, talk to him. And as she's doing this, she's not even looking up. She's gonna shoot a text out to Zachary. And, by any chance, did you, give Marcus a ride this morning? Or last night?
You get a text back that says nope with a sad face.
Okay, thank you.
Are you still watching the app, Kira?
Yep.
Okay. You, as it updates, you're kind of seeing like that blinking dot with the pulsing, like, circle around it, basically like the lighting on Roll20. You're seeing that it actually does look like it might be moving closer to Alpha League quarters at this point. Maybe in this direction.
Huh. Actually, you may want to hold off on making that a to-go plate and just make it now. He might be on his way, she says, absolutely not at all ominously, staring at her phone.
Are you... Did you figure out...
How do you know this?
And she turns her phone around. He's right there.
Oh, it's one of the break things. Okay. And he just starts getting ready to make another
You
plate.
can track people on that thing?
Well, Marcus isn't the only person embracing the times, I see. And she's kind of smiling proudly over at Kira.
Well, there was this thing that said find my friends, and I thought friend is missing, so.
That's pretty sound logic, to be honest. Now, just so you know, people can turn that off if they're aware that it exists.
Well, nobody tell Marcus. Looks around at all of them, and Bunkett's not here, so we don't have to worry about that one.
I don't... Has he even turned his phone off?
Yeah, he, actually, we went through some of the messages last night, and he knows how to charge it now.
Some of the messages, oh boy.
He had 400 unread messages. We went through some of them.
Tempest, how many of those were yours?
About 398.
298.
Most of them were emojis.
And a lot of music from what I saw.
Yeah, a lot of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is good music.
We didn't get as far as downloading Spotify, Tempest. I'm sorry. That might be tomorrow.
Yeah, baby steps. It's fine.
Commander?
Mm-hmm.
Before he gets here, keeping an eye on the phone, you said you were expecting all of us to leave. No matter how the next conversations go, we're still all going to work together, right?
Yeah, we work with the watchdogs, if you decide to go the route of creating your own group with Marcus, you're not going to be shunned from Alpha League. Honestly, you're probably saving me from a bunch of discrimination charges. Typically, to become part of Alpha League, there's a series of tests you have to go through.
So we heard.
We heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That kind of comes down to that point I made about not everybody has the same chance.
Right. I'm wondering if... You guys just gave me a really good idea of possibly finding more information on Frozen Phoenix. We keep records of everybody who tries out, and it's possible she didn't make it.
What are the criteria of not making it exactly?
Truthfully, we throw all of the... Have you been in the training room, Tempest?
I think I did the firing range a few times.
Mm-hmm. So the robots that are in there, there are waves and waves that you get paired up with somebody and you have to make it through the wave, and then it's kind of like a bracketing system to to determine who gets to stick with Alpha League, who can hack it.
And only the top dog lives
Right.
in reality. That actually sounded a lot more morbid than I meant for it. I apologize for that.
It doesn't bother me. It's true.
Yeah, I think we might need to work on the delivery just a little bit. We just
Maybe.
If you're used to, and maybe that's part of it too. I think that, from what I understand, you guys didn't really know each other before you ended up here, and I know it's been fast and furious since you got here, and you probably haven't had much of a chance to learn about each other, and I think that would be extremely helpful.
it's fair. We were kind of just it was just supposed to be a small job that we took, and then suddenly we're kind of stuck together.
Right.
Kira looks suddenly very nervous. Not hiding it well. It was just a sudden change in expression.
Hey, just roll an insight check for me.
I sent you a message.
Oh, thank you. Stupid streamer mode. Ooh.
I think that's really cool, and it wasn't like
Halfling luck for the win.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, you definitely noticed Kira, her, like, shift in... I mean, you see it all over her face. She looks very uncomfortable as soon as the commander talks about discussing histories. And you guys hear a ding, but it's not from the usual elevator. It sounds like it's from the elevator that leads, like, outside. I'm gonna put you in.
Oh, that might be him.
Oh,
I'll go and
you can do that.
Yeah, I'm not coming back.
I'll go
Okay.
and
Hold
do.
a second.
Yep. Gets up hastily, like almost knocks over the chair.
Plus, when they hear the window shut,
Yeah.
loudly if it's windy.
That's. I'm gonna correct that. Actually, you hear like the slam of a window or a door.
Can we tell what window?
Give me perception checks. Let's get all your nat 20s out of the way now.
God.
Wow, we're consistent.
Should have ate breakfast. Aegis and Tempest. You can tell that it's from like the Aegis Marcus side of the house, but you're not exactly positive where.
Not knowing exactly what that was, Tempest will investigate that area. Kind of, I guess,
Yeah,
a little hackles a little raised.
Yeah, the commander would. She'd hit the button
Yeah.
and her armor would come back out, and she'd stand up as well.
I was just about to say Aegis would be following right behind.
Wait, what? Because I obviously did
Didn't
not
hear that.
catch that.
Thought this
You
way.
can see it.
What? It's looks at the app. Is that likely Marcus?
Yeah, likely. He's within like the range, that circle, the 5 mile. He's within headquarters with that circle. You're not positive if it's him, but
She's gonna look at her phone. It's probably. Don't. Yeah. Okay. Good luck.
So Marcus's door swings open as you guys are walking down the hall, and he's standing there with his headset on and the armor on, and just like his normal "let's go and do shit" outfit.
Oh, you were here.
Master Tempest. Could I? Golden Commander, Master Aegis. My goodness, it's a whole parade of people. Wonderful.
oh, we weren't sure. We heard the slam and weren't
He
sure.
looks over his shoulder. It's drafty outside. He closes the door behind him. Actually, he stops. He opens the door, walks back in, and stops at the foot of the bed. He will pick up the utility belt with the 2 pistols on it, and he will pick up the belt of ammunition, and he will walk back out, and he will kind of, as he's walking up to you, Tempest, say, "Oh, excuse me, Master Tempest.
Oh, sure.
Golden Commander?"
She'll nod and take them, and just so you know, we do have some that aren't Alpha League edition.
Wonderful. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much. The left one has not been used, and I've cleaned and disassembled and reassembled and oiled the right one. Thank you so much again for your assistance. May I see everybody either in the kitchen or in the entry room? He just starts walking. He doesn't wait for a response.
I guess we're gonna be in the room.
So Kira will receive a response to the text message of the "you up," and the response is, "Yep, I'm in the living room."
Okay, so since she was still staring at the phone and not wanting to go and crash Marcus's room, she'll get up and go and join.
Where is Master Bonkin?
Training?
Gone training, I believe. He's gone in the training room.
Understood. And Candace, Marcus, then he's gonna flip the visor down and he's gonna turn on the audio recording, and then he's gonna take the headset off and set it on the table.
Okay. Is this something you'd like me to be present for, Marcus?
Sure. You already know of my intention, so I wanted to make sure I brought it to the rest of the group first, but you're as much of this as we are. If you'd like to stay, you're more than welcome as far as I'm concerned, unless, of course, there's a moral objection from anybody here. Wonderful. So, I gave a lot of thought about our discussion yesterday in the car. Into the late night hours, Master Bonkin came to me and gave me quite a rousing speech about be the hero, it's okay to not be the villain, and to embrace your roots but refute destiny. Now, it wasn't quite that articulate, but it was what he was getting at. So I've decided to do a few things with all of this. First and foremost, you three plus Master Bonkin are the only people that I know anymore. As far as I am concerned, my clan is non-existent at this point, which prior to us making the jump in time is all I had dedicated myself to, whether I liked it or not. A little bit of information about me. Golden Commander, I'm not sure if I've shared this with you. I know I've talked about it briefly. There is an old tale amongst tiefling clans about the third daughter and the ninth son. That tale happens to come from my bloodline. Very long story short. A long, long time ago, in a galaxy I think very, very far away, as I don't know where we are right now in comparison to the prime material I once knew, there was a clan of tieflings, my clan, Clan Cunha. This is before our people came to the prime material plane. We lived in a place called Avernus, which is the first tier of hell. One of our clan elders was a diplomat on a council for a local devil lord who ran the area our clan existed in. One of his opposing council members was a Shardakai, or a shadow elf, from a clan called Clan Streedmost. Now these two, although had their disagreements, got along rather well. That is until this devil opened a higher tiered position on his council that both of them wanted. Clan Cunha took to the diplomatic route, and unfortunately Clan Streedmost called war upon my people and began to slaughter our civilians in the streets. So, another one of my clan elders at the time had a connection with a different local devilish lord who scripted a contract for him and an entity he knew of that was looking for a symbiotic partnership. This entity happened to be an Illithid, or a Mind Flayer. The contract was scripted as this. Every third generation, every third daughter. So every third daughter of every third generation that is born in our clan is to be taken, once she reaches maturity, to the pod of mind flayers, should their DNA still exist, and donate part of our DNA to them to ensure a diverse genetic pool. Apparently that's a problem that mind flayers have. Who'd have thought creatures that eat brains have problems with that? So, anyways, every third daughter of every third generation will transfer DNA. In return, the Illithids give her a bit of DNA. She then comes back to our clan, and she continues on producing children for future generations. Now, flash forward to every ninth son born in every ninth generation. That's me, by the way. They are born as a champion to Clan Kunya, and within their body manifests psychic energy because of the latent DNA from the Illithids and the contract that happened so long ago. We are bound by our very blood. When I say this, I mean I literally hear the whispers of generations of champions before me and their Illithid keepers or patrons or whatever you want to call them. And that drives me to survive. My destiny, I am convinced, is pre-written, and regardless of the route I go, I will get to the end of my time so that I can train the next ninth son. That's all there is to it. And unfortunately, even though I do believe in the true good of people, which is why I don't want any civilians to get injured, I do not want there to be collateral damage caused by us, and I understand and I hear what all of you are saying, but you need to understand that the way that I do things is written into the very fabric of my DNA, and I am bound against my will to a devil's contract because of when and where I was born into existence. That was very long-winded, and I promised you I would say long story short. So technically I've lied to you as well. I'm a liar. No, but honestly, I don't want any of you to be uncomfortable with the way that I operate. So, I've done a few things. First and foremost, like I told you when we had the conversation in the car, I could easily afford for us to all go out and do our own thing, or me solo. So I've taken it upon me to do just that. I have purchased a flat in the city, more of a two-story loft pretty high up in the air in one of these giant towers downtown. I've paid for an entire year's worth of rent, food, toiletries, utilities. Done. Paid in full. I think it would be best for me, and I am opening this up to all of you, including Master Bonkin, to join me. But I think it would be best if we took to ourselves and worked as free peoples, so that we can maximize with all of our resources, because regardless of whether or not we want to believe it, we all already have great resources in the city. Master Tempest, you've already got connections at local clubs and at the theater. That's wonderful. Those people talk. They're in the know. Master Aegis, you have already been in a bar fight, which is the craziest thing to me still. Hopefully you're still recovering well from that. And Mistress Kira, I mean, you have a giant metal cat. And you're a Shardakai who did not immediately attempt to slit my throat when we first met, which is wildly surprising. To me. Based only on my experience in life. So, you're all welcome to join me if you'd like, but I am officially, Golden Commander, thank you, leaving the Alpha League. And I do again thank you so much for everything. I appreciate your hospitality and your kindness and your willingness to embrace peoples from the past in your future. Again, I'm still very happy and willing to accept all contracts from you. I think this organization does do good. But it's probably time to take myself at least, and hopefully these fine folks too elsewhere. More than that, I know I mentioned this the other day, Master Bonkin has 3 sets of these things, but he pulls 2 sets of handcuffs out. These are for you. I am proposing, and this is not set in stone, but it's just something I've been milling with. I've considered referring to this group, this mercenary organization, as the Oath Bearers, and I intend on taking a blood oath that will swear no harm to innocents, to protect them at all costs, and to ensure that those who are truly of evil nature within our grasp are brought to justice. I give you the handcuffs, by the way, because while I cannot promise that I will not fell an enemy, whether they be an 80-year-old crazed woman with a knife or a full-grown great wyvern with blue scales firing bolts of lightning at us from the sky, I can't promise that I won't go as hard as I can on them to bring them down. What I can promise you is this: I will not deliver killing blows. Master Aegis, Master Tempest, and Mistress Kira, I believe you're all capable of healing. Please utilize these handcuffs. If there is somebody you would like to keep to be brought to justice who you thought was sentient enough to do so and intelligent enough to do so, or is just worthy in your eyes, I swear to you, I will not stand in your way. Period. Ever. We're probably going to need more handcuffs, I am aware, but this was more of a, you know...
It was a gesture. A gesture understood.
Master
How
Malkin
much?
has 3 sets, by the way.
Let me ask. How much did it cost you?
Only my peace of mind knowing that I didn't let you all know where I was going before I did.
No, I mean the flat.
I know I was being sweet, but you missed it.
Oh, I got it, trust me. But I'm being serious. How much did it cost?
It was expensive, but we've been doing this for a while, and I've made very good money here. I keep very close track of my finances, so it was a bit pricey, but we're okay, trust me. And we've got all the ingredients you could ever want. Do you want to see a layout of the place? He's gonna pull the flyer out, Candace, with the blueprint on it, and he's gonna just kind of toss it on the table.
Give me 1 second, I'll show you guys.
There's a lot of rooms and 3 floors. It's in kind of a shady part of town, but I figured we're fucking superheroes, so...
One, if anybody did try to rob the place, yeah, they would not be met with open arms for sure in our group. But we could also do some good in a rather shady part of the town, I suppose.
And just so that it's clear, purchasing from us, as long as you're still doing contracts with us, you still get the discount. It's not like if you aren't living here, you don't get to work with us.
Well, and that was my thought too. Listen, like I told a few of you last night, the Frozen Phoenix she already reached out to me. She's sworn to not do any harm to civilians as much as she can help it. She's going to take extra care in that while still making herself known. And I'm very happy about that. I think that was the best possible outcome from meeting with her. The Golden Commando, we know they do very noble work. But I think that if we utilize all of these individual resources that we've slowly began to pick up, we can truly root out, because we have not found the evil in this city, I promise you. Some elemental creatures and some constructs, even those couple of milling undead were not anything compared to the horrors that I can imagine are rummaging around in this city somewhere. So, we'll save everybody we can. But I will fight as hard as I possibly can to ensure we survive to do so.
Suppose I'm going to need a little bit of time to think about this. I don't feel like the Alpha League has done us wrong or has been limiting in what we do. I mean, we've just had a conversation with the commander. I said, I mean, I'm not going to speak for the commander, but she's of the same mind that we need to protect ourselves, we need to defend ourselves. So I feel like just an open conversation like this might have been maybe a better way to start instead of this looks like a very lovely apartment, but maybe an open conversation with all of us might have been preferable to, buying a new spot.
While that's understood, very much understood, um, this is simply an offer, not a demand. I've I've done what I've done. The money's already spent. I mean, I literally don't have it anymore. So,
No,
um,
then that's what I'm saying. Like now, if now you spent all your money, and I mean, you might have saved it. That's all I'm saying.
oh no, I was going to do this one way or another, is what I'm saying. I think the Golden Commander has hinted at least once since we've been here that, us branching out was always the intention. At least, and he kind of looks at her. I'm sorry, I'm not great socially. Did I misunderstand that?
No, no, you didn't. The groups that we see who are cohesive, they do tend to usually branch off on their own. The Watchdogs, the leader of the Watchdogs was at one point was a member of the Alpha League, um, and that is where my understanding of how limiting Alpha League can be came in, because we come in, we do the investigations, we clean up, we hold that information. But the Watchdogs, if Alpha League's not with them, they're able to do all of that for themselves. And it's not a matter of us trying to withhold anything from anyone, but it is a matter of security and protocol that has to be followed, as far as Alpha League is concerned.
And what about getting some of us who want to go back home? Isn't that most likely through the Alpha League?
We'll still help with that, absolutely. That I don't anticipate, unless there's some crazy breakthrough in the lab. I don't know when that will happen. They are working, actually, they're working with time travel right now, and I'm not sure if you've ever dabbled in time travel, but it's
Not intentionally, at least.
right. It's a little tricky. Um, and I hope, being someone, she stops and she pokes the button again that makes her armor go away so that she's in casual clothes, and she doesn't explain it this time, but she does the hat taking off thing in front of everybody, which Marcus wouldn't get, I guess. But I hope that I'm not speaking out of turn, Marcus, but I know the desire to be able to kind of go off and do your own thing when you have stipulations and when the whole world is watching you. It feels like it's really difficult to be able to do what has to be done. And I think that being able to create your own set of protocols and morals is going to be helpful to your group's ability, not only in surviving the encounters and helping with taking down the evil in the city, but also just with cohesion as a group, because it's possible that the morality that's been forced on you from Alpha League, or at least as it stands generically, has possibly caused part of the trouble that we're seeing here.
I don't know. I mean, I'm coming. The first job I got was basically the one that landed me here. I'm coming from a spot of inexperience. I don't know how any of this works. I'm just trying to figure it all out. I don't blame anybody's morals on my own.
That's good. And Aegis, I know that you mentioned laws and concern about the laws here, and I can tell you that as long as you're defending your own life or the lives of innocents, the law is it's only going to hold you accountable that far. I hope that makes sense.
That is reassuring to hear, I must admit.
Nobody's being forced out, and I'm sure that this isn't a one-time offer. She'll look over at Marcus.
He says, there is only 4 other people I can imagine working with. That's not fair. That Lightforger fellow was pretty nice as well. But I digress. He's already situated somewhere. He's happy. He's made that pretty well known. The offer will stand. It's literally right down the road. But we also have to remember, when we work for Alpha League, and I don't mean offense by this, but just as the Golden Commander was saying, we work on their terms. We're not even allowed to bring who we capture back in. We don't do that transportation. We don't watch their safety once they've been taken. We don't do the interrogations, and we don't receive a whole lot of information in return. Again, no offense, Golden Commander, but if we work under our own rules and regulations, that's something we can draft together. But
I was able to talk to the prisoners downstairs.
That's true.
oh, really?
I think that's part of the issue too, though, is that when they are brought back here, even if they know something, they often shut down. I don't know what went down with Frozen Phoenix yesterday exactly, but what I can say is we've never had an encounter with a villain where it didn't come to blows just because of who we are. So that could be something that works at your advantage as well. That being said, don't use your real names when you're out there.
Never do.
But say you don't even know my real name, Commander. To be fair, I don't. He kind of stops and looks around. Actually, to be fair, I don't think I've told any of you.
As I said, I feel that there's some deep conversation that should be had by this group. Marcus making this purchase, Tempest, I think, was more of an encouragement than anything. As he said, he planned to do this regardless, and as I said, I've seen many groups come and go, and it's not a bad thing. Obviously, we'd love to keep everybody here with us, but as long as you're out there fighting for the same cause we are, it doesn't matter where you do it from, what you call yourselves. We're all in this for the same end game. And we're still here, like I said, contractually. We'll happily work with you. As long as you're taking contracts from us, you still get your discount. And you get to remove the Alpha League label from yourselves, which could truly be a benefit. Obviously, I'm not saying that as the commander of Alpha League.
My thought, even especially after we all talked to the Frozen Phoenix yesterday, was that the label of Alpha League is a dangerous thing to have if we are going to be talking to people that may come from more of an underbelly perspective than us. We're going to be at such a disadvantage. People are already going to know exactly who we are. But if we call ourselves free agents or mercenary, I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I'm doing the best with what I have,
I mean, that is a good point. Yeah, the Frozen Phoenix did not want anything to do with the Alpha League to begin with, at least in the onset.
Yeah, we almost walked into that conversation with a disadvantage.
Kira?
I think it's a good idea.
She knew.
I think that it's a good idea for all the reasons mentioned, but also, if for no other reason, then it will force us to learn things and in ways that we wouldn't being here.
That's true. I thought that I was doing the right thing, but I think that I may have put you all at a disadvantage by sheltering you.
I think you were. I think you did do the right thing, but sometimes the right thing, when her gaze kind of flicks to Marcus, the right thing's different for different situations.
That's true. You've only done good by us since we've been here, so a slight disadvantage in a single conversation is not that big of a deal. And to be fair, I don't think we were sheltered. Master Tempest has been playing at bars, and
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Master Aegis is getting into fights. I love it, street fights. Master Aegis, the street fighting halfling.
So far, I haven't felt restricted here.
I'm glad to hear it.
That's just me, I think.
And Aegis, you're still more than welcome to come back and work with the church here. There's also churches out there that might need more help than the Alpha League Church does, that you may be able to help.
I thank you for that, for reassuring me on that at least, but my mind's already made up, if I'm being honest. Marcus? You, my friend? I've only heard one other person say it before, and it was before we got here, but you're one hell of a meat shield. You're going to need somebody to back you up.
Eventually, something's going to be able to break through my armor, and I'm going to embarrass myself. And, of course, I'll be glad to have you then.
And
Count me in.
you'll need someone to help take care of your armor when someone does break through it.
That's true. I don't have a blacksmith anymore. I guess I'll have to do with an artificer.
Have to
kinda
make
smiles.
do with, she
He
says
smiles.
in Elven.
Yeah, he'll switch to Elven really quick and just be like, I kid, seriously. I'm bad at jokes in both languages. And then he switches back to kind.
She does like the narrowed eyes, like the good-hearted glare. Just well, now he doesn't have a choice. Says in common, he has to take us with, if only to make up for that.
That's fair. That's now part of my oath.
Tempest, again, you don't have to make a decision now. You're welcome to stay with Alpha League as long as you need to. I know that you've been through many changes in a very short amount of time, and with that being your first job, I can assure you that's not how they usually go.
Well, being on a few now, I kind of understand that a little bit, at least. At least here. I mean, I don't know back there. I mean, Marcus is more way experienced than I am, and he's been on several more jobs, and he hasn't been hopping through time and space, so.
Time and space jumping was my first. That was definitely a first for me. 10 out of 10 do not recommend.
Honestly, also, Tem would probably be very excited if you did decide, because he likes the Alpha League, but he says it's stuffy.
Who's Tem? I'm sorry.
It's my teacher. He's my
Oh,
saxophone teacher.
yes, I know. Wow, how could I forget him? Never mind. He's a very interesting looking character.
Very, very eccentric man.
Extremely.
Yeah, he says that it's stuffy here, and there are too many suits, and he just truly doesn't enjoy. He says he can't let the
Tempest glances over towards his room with the closet literally full of suits.
And he says that he can't get the true artistic juices flowing when he's here. I guess there's too much going on. That being said, I'm not trying to sway you one way or another. He will still train you here if you decide to stay here. And I'm sure if Bonkin was here, he would say something like, I'm going with Master Marcus. Mr. Marcus.
He calls me Mr.
Yes, you're right. You say Master.
No, I say Master.
Oh, excuse me.
Which we do need to discuss a little bit at some point when we're, I guess, over at the new place. I'm curious where that comes from.
What, the Mr. part or the master part?
Well, really, both of them. I'm kind of curious.
Before we devolve into conversations about language, a practical question. None of us know how to drive?
So, Golden Commander, I don't know how things are done in this time. I was going to ask if I could purchase your driver, Master Zachary, but I feel like the translatory weave still says that's borderlining slavery. So can I hire? Let me. How much do you pay, Master Zachary?
He's actually a contractor, so it depends on the job. And quite frankly, if you guys leave, I knew we were gonna lose him too.
Oh, come on now. Are we really the only decent people that he deals with?
It's not that you're the only decent people. I think I don't know. He has a way. He has a way about him where he reads people. He always has, and he's driven other groups, other singular heroes in the past. But he signs up for all of your jobs and keeps himself available.
Marcus will look down at Kira and just really quickly switch to Alvin. Just as soon as she finishes, he looks down and he says, "Do you want to learn how to drive a car?"
Of course I want to learn how to drive a car.
He looks back up in common. I think we'll convince Master Zachary to stay here, or maybe help out somebody like the Watchdogs. They could definitely use the lift because the couple of times we worked with them, I feel like they took a taxi home.
Well, it's better than the bus, I guess. It was a grenade joke. Jared did, yes. Well, that's up to you. Like I said, he's I guess sort of a free agent as well. So if that changes, you I believe have his number. You could reach out to him. He's not sworn only to Alpha League. He has chosen driving as his career because he's good at it, and I'm sure would help you learn
Maybe
to drive yourself if you wanted. And she looks over at Kira.
Kira's just grinning with the like, yes, new project look. But then gets a little more serious. Well, maybe he'll be willing to assist us as we transition, shall we say. And sometimes we want the car to be running outside as we go in and talk to suspicious individuals, and he would be a great asset in that. I'm not leaving Min in the car.
Well, if you're working with Zachary, I'm sure he would agree to not leaving Min in the car.
Can we make Min the car?
She might actually explode.
Oh, no. Never mind. We won't. Not doing that.
Well, this doesn't have to be a messy process. It also doesn't have to be a one-day process. You're welcome to take things from here that you might need. Clothing, whatever you might need.
Panini press.
He looks worried immediately and looks at the Golden Commander and then down at Aegis. Master Aegis, I don't think there's a panini. He looks back up at her. Can I buy your panini press to bring with us?
It's part of the items you may take with you if you'd like. You don't have to.
I'll pay you for it. That's no problem. Nothing else to spend my money on.
It's all right.
Except maybe a car.
Yes, it sounds like you're going to be purchasing a car at some point. But just if there are things that you'd like to bring, let me know. Some of them are truly I won't have you pay for. And like I said, it doesn't have to be an immediate move out. It can take a little time if you'd like.
Can we take the piano?
You can take the piano. I'm pretty sure it was placed here for you. We didn't.
I don't know how to play it yet.
Okay, well, there are...
Not really, at least.
There are smaller versions called keyboards, where it's just the keys, and then you can make it make digital sounds.
Okay. That might be better.
I can get that downstairs, no problem, if need be.
Maybe, Tempest, look up a band called Daft Punk.
No.
Oh, God.
No, please.
No, please. Oh, yeah, the guitar too.
Techno bard.
That'd be fucking badass. We gotta get you on a motorcycle, like, with the LED lights in the
Fucking
wheels.
neon lights everywhere. Oh my god.
God. But yes, so if there are things you need from here, even things you would like from here, just let us know what you're taking so it can be replaced if needed for the next group that grows up in this loft. She kind of like looks over the group.
Well, I suppose then if we're going to... Oh, he reaches down and he takes his visor and he'll turn off the recording now. I think that's all Master Bonkin needed to hear. Slip it back on. I guess if we're going to wait on Master Bonkin to maybe have this conversation, or at least to let him listen to it, Golden Commander, do we have a scanner that we can throw on? I was just thinking just for...
That's actually
to pick up alerts as we go.
Yeah, so I was actually going to offer that up as well. There's these there's little pagers, and I should have thought to get a picture of it, but it's like a little black box, and it's got 2 dials on top, and it's just a little speaker. That'd be terrible, Cat. This will go off when there are calls, but there are also various apps. She looks over at Kira. There are different apps that you can put on your phones and computers and tablets that will also allow you to hear the dispatches that are going out, and sometimes you can even just listen to what they're communicating to each other and maybe get there before the police are called out.
Kira starts tapping away. She's going to download like 6 of them until she figures out which ones actually work.
Okay. And like I said, if there's something big that Alpha League needs, I would recommend your group first.
Well, we're efficient. I can promise you that part of my oath is ensuring that life and limb and all property therefore after remain intact as much as possible, so... yes, well, this has been fruitful. Where did you say we could get those dials, those things?
Actually, she'll since she's in her like street clothes, she reaches on her belt and pulls off it's literally just like a little plastic black box. I wish I had one that I could show you guys. Maybe I can grab a picture. But it just looks like a speaker. It's a black box, and then there's 2 dials on top.
Is it like a first responders box?
But
Okay,
but it's
okay,
not
yeah.
a walkie-talkie. It's just
just the push face. Okay.
And she'll put it on the table. This one should work.
I kind of like pick it up, and I try to figure out how to fucking turn it. I don't know what to I get frustrated immediately and just hand it to Kira. I don't know how to turn this off.
She'll give it a quick once over, see if she can figure out what it's intended to be doing.
Right. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh no, I already used my intelligence check for the day.
No, that was my 1.
I tracked Marcus. What more do you want from me?
That's true.
What more do you want from me?
What more do you want from me? You figure out how to turn it on.
Okay.
You're
I'm
not
just
sure
gonna...
if you're on the right wavelength or not, but you figure out how to turn it on, you think.
Yeah, it's on. Do you want me to just hold on to it, and then when it starts doing things, then we'll react accordingly?
That's fine. Just make sure that you tell us about all of the things and not just things while you're awake.
I don't sleep.
Did I already roll for this? When she says that, does Marcus?
Yeah.
Okay, he thinks back on it and goes, oh.
And even when I'm working or meditating, Min also doesn't sleep, and she can listen.
Perfect. Well, then it's probably better in your hands, because I do need my beauty sleep.
Alright, well, And I think I shared it to everybody. So
Got
that's
it.
what the pager looks like. It's pretty simple. It's a light plastic. I lived with one of these things on me for like 10 years.
What's the weight for it?
It's negligible.
Cool. I'm adding it into my stuff.
Perfect.
What do you want me to call it?
I just call it Motorola pager. That's
Okay.
fine.
This may be the first ever D&D character sheet on D&D Beyond to have a Motorola on the fucking inventory list.
True. Like, what the hell are these people doing?
I think Bonkin says flip phone.
Yeah, Bonkins. No, Bonkins is a freaking Nokia
Yeah, got the brick.
Just because it's bonking and he'll break it. Okay. Well, like I said, there's no rush on our part, at least. Feel free to stay here as long as you need to. I know Bonkin is training at the moment. Crime never stops, so.
Oh, see, now that's a good catchphrase. That's, well, I have to scratch that one off my list.
Sorry. By the way, when you come up with a name for your group, let me know, and I'll be sure to reference you that way. Simply because, like we said, Alpha League has kind of a stink on it, so.
We'll be Beta League. No, we won't.
I'm pretty sure that already exists.
Don't
in a
like
different
that.
state.
No, that sounds pretty terrible, actually.
I would have to agree.
As she goes to walk away, he's gonna hand her a folded up piece of paper. He's gonna pull it out of his pocket and hand it over to her. Just take a look at that. I'll send you a message. Just an idea that I had, futuristically speaking. But let me know what you can do.
Okay. She'll smile and take her her hat. I guess she'll like put her fake hat back on, and then put the armor back on, and she'll look around and say, "Thank you for breakfast." And like I
Sorry, when she says that, Kira's gonna go, oh, and then just suddenly like run from the room and return like 15 seconds later with Marcus's plate
oh, okay.
to hand it over to him.
Ah, this is yes. He takes the plate and just starts like scooping up the eggs with the bacon, like little mini tacos, and
Maybe let me know where you all are. She's like watching Marcus eating. Maybe let me know where you guys are staying too. I haven't had breakfast this good in a very long time.
oh, yes. And then he just rambles off the address. I don't know whatever the fucking address is,
Okay.
but whatever was
But
on
he
the
told her.
property map I showed you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It would have been on the property map. Oh, great. Yeah. So I won't stop in and announce, but you'll get a text at least first. Yeah, address lane. Yeah.
Thank you, Commander.
Thank you. And
For everything.
yeah, it's not goodbye. I'm still gonna help you figure out how to get home, even if it's the last thing I do. She's not walking backwards. Just doesn't want to let me spin her.
Slowly back out the room.
Yeah,
She's
it's
just
like,
waving.
Jesus, wow, yeah, it's like, hi, everyone.
Bye. Yeah, and then she, ding.
Oh, that was nice, huh?
Did you guys want to take like a quick 5-minute break?
Yeah, I think Aegis said that he's got to go
Yeah.
check
Sure.
on his meds real quick.
Okay, quick break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, everybody.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. Yeah, no more babies. Yeah. Yeah, we're set on that for sure. We're set. We're set. Murdered.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
Thank you. That's such a good idea. Thank you, Pain. Thank you for all of those gifted subs, Xavier.
Yeah, it's just a few from
3 words for you.
birthday week.
Treat
This is like the tail end of
yourself.
Candace's birthday week, so this is actually, yeah, this is the last day of like what your birthday week is. Because that's what we do
Happy
in our
birthday week.
30s.
Thank you. 25.
Ooh, I'm robbing the cradle.
So yeah, I'm sure the video that got posted by Moon in the Discord made you feel older than it even made me feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually 36 this year. I'm 6 months older than Xavier. I've been aging myself a lot lately, I've noticed. I'm like, oh, I guess it really just does come with age. You're like, back in my day.
Don't worry, I officially have not even hit 30 yet, and I'm still doing that.
Good lord. Babies. We play with babies.
I'm coming up on it.
We have a lot of really.
I just had my 40th this past July, so I'm
Yeah,
playing
I
with the
guess
babies.
Yeah. Rose, I'm not saying nothing. All right, we're all back. So I'll give you guys a few minutes. The commander just left. And Marcus is eating breakfast and just laid everything out. Oh, that's what I was doing.
Well, Marcus, I got to admit,
No.
I was wanting to talk to you originally about what I had said. But I think this is honestly a lot more than I ever anticipated seeing really out of anybody. But at the end of the day, I think you got a sound logic. I think this may be the way to go, honestly.
I think as far as the moral portion is concerned, for sure. I cherish life. I cherish everybody's lives. Cherish everybody's lives so much that when I realized my throat wasn't being slashed by the Shardakai who had been partnered with me, I then decided that she was worth fighting for and throwing myself in the way of harm for. It is not a thing that happens lightly where I come from, so if she deserves life, I suppose any of our combatants really do. Now again, like I said, I will still have to fight at full force, but there will be no more executions. Instead, those who need to be brought back, drop them a little bit of healing, or I've seen you take people out of their death throes, Master Aegis. I'm not entirely sure what that incantation is, but it's very impressive.
Honestly, it's nothing to really thank me for. If not for the events that led me to being what I am, I'd just be another person. And apparently another person that ended up getting really good at making food. But I think that was more my parents doing.
Well, you are truly our MVP. I haven't eaten this well, I think in my entire life.
Yeah, it's same with me. My father and mother tended to boil everything to death.
Oh man. He just looks so hurt when Tempest says that they boil everything to death.
Boiled food is pretty terrible, especially if it then goes unseasoned. I'm 110 years old. I've eaten, and I spent most of my life as a soldier, by the way, if you hadn't caught that. Hardtack and dirty water is, enough to fill the belly to fight. But
Thank you.
Master Aegis, you invigorate my soul on a level. Whew.
Your cooking's just a bit better than the hunting and foraging that Min and I have had to go through, and you've seen how we are outside. So honestly, it's a wonder I didn't starve to death.
I suppose that's fair, but at the end of the day, though, you still made it. And Marcus is right. At the end of the day, that's all we all should be focused on.
And we'll still do everything in our power to get ourselves home. If that's what my destiny drives me to, then so be it. If not, I'll stay here. I really don't care one way or another. But for all of your sakes, I've already promised Master Bonkin that I'll do everything I can. Master Aegis, Mistress Kira, Master Tempest, if at some point you decide that that is also the route you want to go, then that is my main focus.
So she
I'm gonna
says,
say,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, Tempest. Honestly, I think I have more to offer this world than I did the previous one. So my focus is still at least on getting Balkan home to his kids.
And Kira says in Elven with her tone suddenly bitter. It's just there's nothing for me there.
Fair enough.
Honestly, for me, the main thing is getting Bonkin home. I kind of had figured you three might stay. For me, I'm in a flux. Whatever my lady guides me, that's where I'll go.
That's admirable. See, your faith is your destiny. Mine is my blood. We have very similar paths, Master Aegis.
Maybe a little more than I had realized originally.
I figured it was probably the case considering how fucking powerful you are. You and Master Tempest, by the way, we haven't had like a true moment to have this conversation, but I just... side note here. The spinning vortex of blades and the bonfire
Fire blender,
is... we have a name for it. Good God.
and that's what I name it. I don't know. We haven't officially called it such, but
I think it
That's what I
just
like to
became
call it.
official, Tempest.
I would have to agree.
It's trademarked.
And I've already had a conversation with Min about not jumping into it in the future.
or bonking, hugging anything while they're in it.
Min
I
listens
think we've had that
better than
conversation,
Bonkin.
but yeah.
Yes, she does. Right, well, I'm gonna go put my plate in the kitchen. Master Aegis, another wonderful breakfast. I'll be right back. As I'm walking, Candace, I will go ahead and send that text message to the Golden Commander.
Okay.
And just like the follow-up from the paper.
Got it. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm hesitant with this plan.
How so?
I don't know. I feel like there's so much Alpha League has to offer us, and this is I've never lived in such a place like this before, and I feels almost like spitting in the Alpha League's face. It's it's a lot. It's a lot so sudden.
I could see where do you think that. But it's like the commander said. Eventually, any good team that they have goes their own way. At the end of the day, if I'm being honest, it's kind of how I got started. Only difference was, well, there wasn't really anybody in the city to go ahead and help.
And as much as, and she glances back down the hallway to make sure he's not like rounding the corner immediately. As much as Marcus talks about wanting to protect us, he needs somebody to look after him.
Oh, you bitch.
I get it. Yeah, and
Shred your
absolutely.
lips.
I won't stay in an empty apartment anyway. So I believe I will go with you. But I just want my hesitance to be, to be known.
I think if you talk to the Golden Commander about that, Lilna will be receptive. I think that she'd also still like to work very closely with us. Just has to be a separation of name and space. I think.
That's what is causing me to not to obviously say to not say no outright. That's a very very valid point. Especially like I said, when the Frozen Phoenix said no Alpha League allowed in our conversation, how many more opportunities are we missing because we're affiliated with the Alpha League?
So let's work with them, not for them.
Just really like my room.
Well, you know what the nice thing about this one will be, Tempest? This one entirely is yours. No Alpha League or anything to it. This room is 100% Tempest. Whichever one you pick.
Could probably put a piano in your room.
Can't put a piano that big in my room. There's no room. There's not.
What
There
if
won't
it's
be
a
enough
really big room?
space.
There'd be enough room for a piano in my room if I had any inclination of sharing.
I do also like the idea of a small keyboard anyway. Well, at least we can take a look at the place, and then if it doesn't work for me, yeah.
We should at least go and take a look, and then we'll make decisions like we did before. We'll vote as a team.
I like the sound of that.
Like the sound of what, Master Regis?
Taking the
What?
panini press.
He's gonna side eye
She's
her.
not even like trying to hide it
Oh,
there.
you're not? Okay.
No.
She's
I
clearly lying.
was just
Oh no!
I was just telling the group.
I'm using my DM
Well, and
inspiration.
Tempest is.
Oh, sorry.
Tempest was just gonna spill the beans anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kira. No, I was just telling the group about my hesitation with going on. I obviously will go, but it's just it's a lot. It's a lot so suddenly for me. There's been a lot in this past couple months, and this feels almost like a lot. If that makes any sense.
It does make sense, Master Tempest, and I know that you are young, and I know that your real-world experience is not maybe as much as mine is, or Master Bonkin's, or maybe even Mistress Kira or Master Aegis's, but I want you to know that I do have everybody's best intention in mind here, and I'm trying to ensure, and the other thing is that I may have things, we may have things that Alpha League doesn't have access to, that we might be able to get access to, that could be so much more beneficial for your own personal growth and, a collective ability to do good in the city. It's all, I swear to you, that's all I really want. And if we can still keep in contact with the Alpha League, and maybe even meet new friends, who knows? If there's the Alpha League and the Watchdogs and Frozen Phoenix and her whole thing, who knows how much more this place has to offer. Where's Master Bonkin when I need somebody to help me with the wise bits? I'm not wise, but I feel like I did calculate and think this through as best as I could.
You did. You did clearly, and you are making a lot of good points. I can't dispute many of them.
I think Bonkin would say something like,
I'll send him 50 gold.
"It's
and
okay,
say I
Mr.
had it
Marcus.
done.
Sometimes we make
Okay,
decisions
he'll tell you he
thinking
can
it
have
will
it.
be for the best, and we find out there's things we could have been better. All we can do is move forward," or something like that.
Sounds about right.
I know. I think he practices some of the fatherly phrases at night, or just says them in his sleep.
With this money. Out of fucking all of them.
She's like, why
I
is he
would
laughing?
say
That
he's
wasn't funny.
probably been on one of those Reddit sites for like fatherly advice subreddits, but that's
I am not showing him Reddit.
no.
Has he even checked his messages yet?
Today,
He hasn't responded to any of mine.
not that I've seen for today, but I can go and check if he even brought his phone with him. Otherwise, I should probably set up a. And she like shuts down as she realizes what she was about to say. I'll go see if his phone's there.
All right. Well, I am going to go take a quick shower because I have been up for like 13 hours. So if you'll excuse me for just a bit, I'll see you gentlemen soon.
Is there anything else that anybody wants to do right now?
I just want to check if Bunkin took his phone with him or if it's still on the charger.
It's still on the charger.
I'm gonna just take it and you know what? I'm gonna pocket it and I'm gonna put it in my inventory so that I can potentially make some changes tonight.
Oh gosh. Okay, noted.
Surprise, the bomb's in the phone.
Bunkin, throw your brick.
just trust me. And then he would be like, holy shit, could it have done that the whole time? Yeah, if you got hit right, probably.
Yeah, you could have.
If you stepped into the fire tornado, 100%.
Okay, so, yeah, so you guys, you're able to kind of hang out for the day. As you are doing so, a tablet does get delivered, Kira. It's nothing too fancy, but it's a tablet, and it will get the job. It is not an iPad, because I don't do Apple products, and I'm not learning it for this game. Sorry.
That is the most valid reason to not utilize it.
I'm going to do the side for the tablet thing and then immediately text Leona. If I'm borrowing any tech, can I continue to borrow tech?
You get a text back that says, depends on how long you want to borrow it for, and it's the smiley face with the money sign eyeballs and the tongue sticking out. Look at your face.
Does a quick pop over to Google to figure out what that means. Oh, okay, currency. I understand things now. I had asked for a tablet or small computer to be able to learn on, and one was just delivered, and she'll take a picture of it and send it to Wilma as well.
Oh gosh, that's terrible. Okay, you get a laughing emoji face back, and she says, honestly, you can just buy it if you want to keep it forever.
she does the thumbs up, and then a black heart.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you have a tablet now. It's negligible as well for weight. I'll have you do some rolls at some point to see just.
Yep. And I'll end up downtiming some of that. I'm assuming there's like another bag in the closet, like a backpack or satchel or purse or something in my
easily.
giant closet. Cool.
Probably bag. Yeah, there's any of those really bag, satchel, purse.
Okay, because Bunkin holds my one bag, but I need more pockets.
I need more bags.
Proper arty mood.
Artie needs cargo pants.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but the Hero Forge ones were ugly.
Fair enough.
Yeah, very fair.
That seems very big. Okay, so a little bit of time goes by. Sake of brevity, unless I'm gonna give 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If there's anything anyone else wants to do. No. Okay. Great. So you guys will hear the familiar tone. One moment. Did I move it? I moved it on myself. Sorry guys, I moved it on myself. Hold on. But it came out of the pager this time. Hold on 1 second.
Sorry, I was adding a bag to my inventory there. Yeah, Kira's going to, I don't know if we all would have gone in separate areas there, so it's just going to be a, guys!
Okay, yeah, so then you'll hear most of this because things pretty much echo. Alpha League team, we have 128, I guess? Yeah, 128, trespassing in the subway under the intersection of Main and 23rd. I repeat, a 128, trespassing in the subway under the intersection of Main and 23rd. Reports of unwanted creatures in the area. Reports of unwanted creatures made of slime? In the subway under Main and 23rd. Proceed with caution. 128 under the intersection, Main and 23rd. Reports of unwanted slime that has stopped all transportation to that location. Proceed with caution. New Haven dispatch clear. Can someone just... I need a break.
Nope, fuck that.
Guys,
Sorry.
we need this one.
Nope, we ain't going to that. Send
Nope.
the watchdogs. I don't do
I-
gelatinous cubes.
I kind of need them. I've been looking for slimes or oozes for weeks.
Marcus comes fucking running
Why?
out. What did you just say?
I've been looking for slimes or oozes for weeks. Can we please go? Please?
Are you serious? What kind
Why?
of
I need them. I need to extract their essence. So I can make an extra
Why?
dimensional space.
An extra
What?
Do you want to talk or do you want to go and take care of some trespassing slimes? We can talk in the car.
How much, if any, of this makes any form of sense to Aegis?
Give me...
Zero to Tempest.
I'm just gonna, and also I'm gonna call Leona. Like,
Okay.
pop in a headphone. I don't know if I have headphones, this is sad. Going to just call Leona as we're going.
Okay.
She's not even going back to her room to get her backpack. She's so excited. But she is gonna call Leona.
Okay.
Hopefully she picks up.
Yeah, she would answer. Hello?
The pager started doing things. How do we say that we want to take this job? She's so excited right now.
If it's the job I just heard come across, I don't think anyone's gonna fight you for it. But
Okay.
I'll text you the number to text.
Yes, please. Thank you. We're on our way.
So you get a text from her. It's I'll send you the number, but it's a number for you to text saying we're taking this.
Okay. She will send the text as she's like, "Come on, guys, Tempest, Aegis, come on, come on."
What? I gotta get my instruments. Why do we need goo? What's happening? Why
So
does
I
it
can
have
make
to do with
extra dimensionals. I will
interdimensional things?
explain in the car.
Ding. Elevator opens. Marcus steps in and flips his visor down. He's gonna send a text message to Zachary and say, Meet us out front. Make him pay you double.
Okay.
Should I bring chair? Should I bring Chandolph?
Probably not
Yes.
near the slimes.
Marcus
No.
said
No.
yes.
We'll pick one up on the way. Let's go.
Oh,
Just come on.
Okay.
It looks like it already getting there.
You guys are gonna
Okay,
gather
okay.
chairs and-
Candace, as we're getting on the elevator, I'm gonna reach my hand out and I'm gonna grab one of the these big brown chairs and I'm gonna yank it into the elevator with my telekinetic movement.
Okay. I don't.
that's too big. It's not gonna fit. It's
Oh,
not
shit.
Chandolph.
It is a little
Twist
big.
it to the side and he starts to pull it. Oh damn it! And he'll just let go. Fine.
Yeah, the doors are like ding, ding, ding on the chair.
Aegis is like pushed up against the wall. Just
Like the kid from Home Alone. Ooh.
thank you. That's exactly what I.
Yep, I got you. All right, give me 1 second.
And I am going to text that number as well.
Okay, so you're just saying got it or something.
On our way to handle it.
Okay, cool. Yep. Okay, so you guys get downstairs. Zachary is waiting outside with the vehicle. And 1 second. So he, you guys pop in the car. He takes off, and he's like, actually, where are we going?
Bridge underneath subway. Kira.
143rd, and I apparently didn't get a chance to finish writing down the whole thing because I had to respond in character. So
It was-
143rd and
Let's go.
Okay, all right.
insert address here.
Main and 23rd. Got it.
Thank
That
you.
one. Bring us to the subway entrance.
Okay, yeah. So he takes you guys to. He pulls up. It almost seems like the middle of nowhere. It's like it doesn't. There's nothing significant except there's a set of stairs that lead down, and he's like, I think this is your stop. I'll wait here.
Perfect. Thank you.
Marcus jumps
Does
out
it
of
look
the
like? Does it look like anything's amiss in this area? Like any goo anywhere?
No, but the stairs do have a sign above them that say subway and an arrow pointing down.
All right. Marcus will pull the blades out and extend them, and he'll just kind of like start to move up and around the corner, kind of giving everybody like the give me a second hand and just take a peek around the corner so he doesn't get slammed in the face by a river of fuck you.
All right, hold on 1 second. Sorry, I had old versions of you guys there. Oops. Why is it doing that?
My usual as we're getting out of the car, can I do the warding bond?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, give me 1 second. This is giving me trouble with getting you guys moved over. I have to do it one at a time. That's no fun. But I will show you guys the map anyway. Hold on.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Is that a?
Oh, it's a lot of goo.
That's a grimer up in the upper right hand corner. We're fighting Pokemon. Look at that hand and tell me that's not a grimer or a muck.
That's literally- yep.
too. I
Yeah,
thought that
that's
too when I put it
literally
on.
muck.
All right, hold on. Let me grab. Let me see if I can get you guys on this.
This mother mucker.
Yep. And Kira just seems so excited the entire way as we're doing this.
Oh my god.
All right, you guys, go ahead and grab your people. Put yourselves in marching order.
All right. Can we get a
Ass in the back.
description?
Yeah. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna get all that pulled up.
Oh my god. Sorry, I just saw the center. I was like, oh, that's a weirdly colored block right there, and then I realized it was a fucking cube.
All right, go
Kira
ahead
might
and
get excited about the wrong things.
click your
in life.
character. Click your characters. Roll initiative, and I'll give you guys descriptions here.
That's not great. Could have been worse.
Mine doesn't like to take for some reason.
That's all right. Oh, it took on my thing. Maybe when I start it, it'll show up. I don't know. I can see it on my thing though.
Yeah, that's weird. It doesn't appear on ours either, or at least not on mine.
Kira's didn't come over.
Same.
That's really
See, I'm seeing Marcus, Aegis, and myself.
What I'm seeing as well.
Interesting. All right, give me 1 second here.
I was a good artificer.
Is he on our layer? He's not on the map layer, is he?
You know what? No.
No? Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, that is
Sometimes
kinda
that's an issue on my end.
So am I able to add him? Hold on a second.
Yeah, you should just be able to add me separately, individually. It's a pain in the butt.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
While she's doing that, I apologize as a player for getting excited and asking to fight slimes and gelatinous cubes. I hate myself.
Kira's gonna learn something today.
Will she, though?
Probably not.
Fair.
Did that work? Yeah, that added you in. Okay, cool. So D&D Beyond is working this time, which I'm very pleased about.
Hell yeah, makes that easy.
Nice.
All right, so the descriptions that you guys have. So this is the wrong music. Hold on, way too peaceful. That's better. Okay, so this guy here is it's an ooze. It's a amorphous shape that is black. And it's kind of just it's just kind of moving around right now. It doesn't seem like it has noticed you just yet. And as it like comes over by the garbage can over here and this crap, it does start to, it looks like it's maybe melting part of the stuff that it's touching.
Oh, that's fucking wonderful. Okay.
This one, she's like, yeah, I did this. Oops, why did I do that? Go back, you were working. Hold on.
Hey, if I get the parts I need from these things, this will all be worth it. I've been trying for this for multiple downtime actions.
There we go. Okay, the green one, also amorphous. Okay, got it. Also amorphous. It is also just kind of moving around. It does not appear to be destroying things in its wake or burning them like the other one was. And it's green. And then this here in the middle. It's not amorphous. It is actually cube shaped. However, it's see-through, but it's got a green tint to it. You can kind of see that it's got stuff inside of it sort of floating around on the inside. And that's it. Oh, wait, and then, yeah, that's all that I'm seeing. Yep. Oh, that guy. Thank
yeah,
you.
what about
I knew
this
there,
dude? He looks like a
one
humanoid, so I was like, eee.
So, he's also kind of amorphous. He's not humanoid, but it has more of a shape than the other guys do. These guys are just like blobs. This one, it almost looks like what you'd expect a gummy bear. It's not a bear, but it looks like it's molded almost like a gummy bear would be. Also, it doesn't also, it kind of turns and looks and notices you, doesn't say anything, nothing like that. All right, so we're gonna start at the top with Kira.
I'm gonna shoot news.
Thank you.
Let me just check distances so I can see which one's best.
Gives us such a more beautiful view.
Of this terrible map.
It's like jelly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the
You get to the point where
Actually, no, I'm gonna shoot the purple one down here at the bottom.
That one?
Yep.
Provide
Got it. That was a 22. Yeah, that hits.
And is magical.
Okay, and it does take it. Let me hold on one second. What type of, I know it's magical, but what type of damage is it? Is it just magical?
It might be force. Let me double check.
I thought it was force, but I wasn't positive.
I get to do a lot of scrolling. One moment.
That's fine. It does take it though. That's fine.
No, it ends up just being base magic on
Okay,
that.
got it. And then the second attack, that also hits for sure.
No, that's with the
Oh, wait. So I had a question for you. The crossbow, I
Yes.
think that you only get 2 shots if you have 2 crossbows. Do you have something that allows you to shoot?
So it ignores the loading property, which is the thing that
Yep.
slows it
Oh, right, because
down.
you're not using the actual bolts, you're using the magic.
It's so weird.
Yes. So it's an infused crossbow, and the actual repeating shot just its big things. It turns it into a +1 item, and it ignores the loading property.
Got it. Thank you. Still learning
which
your
is-
class,
Same.
so.
But that's why I can speed fire.
Got it. Okay, it does take. Assuming you're shooting both of those at it, it does take.
Yes.
Okay, and it still looks all right. It's still kind of
Okay.
shambling, I guess you could say.
Hate it. Min's up.
Okay.
Also going to attack it. This is force damage.
Okay.
Let's see if I put in this attack properly.
Pain. The 13 it does hit.
Okay. 7 points of force, and I'm glad it looks like it came through properly.
Yeah, it did. And this thing is starting to look. Actually, hold on one second. So Min will take 5 points of acid damage.
Okay. Reduced down to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as Min attacks, Kira's going to just oh, careful if you're hitting it directly. Ow. That stings. As, she blisters a little bit as Min attacks it. And then, that'll be our turn.
All right, Marcus.
Okay, I'm gonna look at her since she was just saying that. Does she actually look like she's been burned by acid?
Yeah, so it's odd. You can see it does. It looks like she's got an acid burn. And it looks like it, assuming that Min is right-handed pawed, I don't know, but it's on, you would see it on Kira's right hand.
Jesus, okay. In that case, Marcus is just gonna bolt 5 to there, and he is going to also engage this thing because I don't fucking like the look of this. Alright, so he'll swing with the radiant weapon, radiant scimitar. That is only a 12.
That hits.
Okay. So that is 10 points of magical slashing.
Okay, and when you hit it, Marcus, it almost looks like it's trying to, it starts to split in half, and then it just goes back together.
It appears that it healed?
No,
No? Okay.
but it did not successfully do whatever it was trying to do.
Understood. Okay. Don't fucking like that. Nope. Alright, second attack with the same weapon will be a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is going to be for 9 points of magical slashing.
Okay, when you hit it the second time, it almost melts. It sort of splashes into a little puddle. Give me 1 second here. So that's another 5 points to Min, and also 5 points of acid damage to Marcus.
Oh, holy shit. We just take it, period?
I don't like that, so I'm gonna let you do both do dexterity.
Oh, no, it's okay. If that's what it is, I'm fine with it. I'm
It is,
just
but
asking.
I don't like it for the purposes of why I have him here. So if you guys want to give me dexterity saving throws, and give me one for Min for the other one too. Okay.
17.
Sorry, I have to check where it is. I'm just gonna roll this manually.
Okay.
I ask honestly, by the way, because I never use oozes, so...
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
that's
gonna mess
totally
these
fine.
guys.
Well,
Okay, yeah, Min takes both. Sorry.
yep. I was fine with the first one because that was thematically appropriate. Not so happy about the second one.
Yeah.
She's like, we were
So-
just fighting water. What the fuck?
Is it half damage for me?
Yeah, so you'll take
So
half.
2?
So 2, yeah.
2.
And Kira,
Okay.
for those still near her, she hisses again.
So what I was going to do with that attack, since I actually wasn't done with that attack, I'm going to go ahead and put a psionic point into it for the force damage. And then it needs to, for the thrust ability, make a strength saving throw.
It's done.
Oh,
So,
it's
yeah,
dead?
that's why
Oh,
I
sorry, it
didn't.
was
No,
still
I
on the
didn't
map.
mark it yet. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
it was still on the map. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Sorry. So it's
Ammo.
done. So you can do whatever. If you have something
Okay.
else, you can use this.
So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I know that I'm below this thing. Can I reach up and hit it or no?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, okay, so I'll go ahead and just take my final attack. This is with the non-magical weapon. Okay, 24. And that is for 6 points of non-magical slashing damage.
6 points. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, that definitely hits, and it does take it.
Okay, that's my action, my bonus action, my movement, so I'll go ahead and end my turn.
Alright, sounds good. Okay, so we're going to... Sorry, give me 1 second. There we go. Resume. Haha. Sorry, it D&D Beyond had like a hiccup and then I didn't know where I was at. Alright, so it's actually gonna be... So this one over here will... It's gonna just kind of move over. As it goes over this stuff, it's, you know, this is like a broom and stuff like that. It gets stuck to it as it's sort of like rolling along. But it sort of weirdly oozes down the side because it's only 5 feet. And the stuff falls off of it. Super gross. Okay. Oops, no, right there. Okay, so that one stops there.
Super gross, and I hate it.
And now this one is going to start moving this direction. This one's going to do the weird ooze down the side thing. And then the one that Marcus attacked is going to try to return the favor.
Okay.
It is only a 12, so it has like this weird little like, if you think like flubber almost, it like comes out and tries to like smack you, and it completely misses. Well, no, it hits you, but it doesn't do shit to your armor.
Beautiful.
Tempest.
Okie dokie. Tempest will. Oh, there he is. He's almost off the map. Okay, How tall is this area? And does he know anything? I mean, like how tall is the ceiling from?
Oh, it's 60 feet up.
60 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd like to click his boots and fly.
Okay.
He's gonna go up, straight up 20 feet, and then over this way 10. Does it seem like the subway is inactive? I probably should have asked that before I flew over a track.
Yeah, so you you guys actually heard in the dispatch that there was no transport that was able to go through this area.
Okay, so it actually is safe to be here. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I believe.
And just for your own
bonus action.
reference, down into the rails is 5 feet, so you're 25 feet above right now where the rails are. Because you went 20
Okay,
feet, but you're
perfect.
still 5 feet up.
Perfect. Okay, so. All right, don't really have much in the way of. I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah,
Shoot this guy.
if like that. Shoot this guy. Oh no.
Yeah, so that does miss. I mean, it doesn't hit Marcus either, thankfully. So
I don't think that'll hit anybody.
no. So the weird thing is that as you saw the black one over here kind of try to split, this one splits just before the bullet gets to it, and it goes straight through.
Fuck, that's really loud.
Yes. It is.
Forgot we're underground in a tunnel. Sorry, mop.
You do successfully hear it get stuck in concrete, though. It's not bouncing around.
Nice.
Marcus flinches
okay.
from getting sprayed with concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. That's it for Tempest for this
Okay.
round.
Got it. So this thing.
Come give me, bitch. Big ass bitch. No nipple having ass bitch. Only
So
chili having ass bitch.
it goes, and it stops there. Actually, it moves one more. Hold on, I want it. It's not over the side. There we go. It stops right there. And that's it for that. Now, okay, that one's dead. All right, so this one over here.
Oh shit, there's more.
This one does the weird shamble down and then the weird like slimy thing up. And that's all that it's gonna do. And we are on to Aegis.
Okay, so after seeing that Kira at least was getting hurt just from Min attacking these things. Okay. Time to make sure that everybody's topped off. And he will begin an incantation before and pop up a beacon of hope.
Oh, nice. Okay. Mark him for concentration. I think I have that thingy from when Xavier sent me all the other thingies. Hold on a second. I think so, but I might be wrong.
Just put on the plus.
Oh, that's true. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe I don't. I'm just checking really quick. I might just use the bless one because I don't know if there is actually a beacon of hope. What is the radius on that? Just so that I.
30-foot radius centered on me.
That's what I thought. All right, hold on 1 second. Maybe we'll do it this way.
You just turn his aura on.
Oh,
How do I
hang
do
on.
that?
You can turn Aegis' aura on.
Oops.
Click on
Okay, so choose any number of creatures within range. For the duration, each creature has that.
Oh, okay, so it's not.
So it's an aura thing, but it's an aura where I choose people specifically in the moment of
Got it.
casting.
Okay, so who are you including?
So within 30 feet of me, choose any number within 30 feet. I'm assuming Tempest would be considered within 30 feet?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. So Tempest, let's see here, 5, 10, 15, 20. Marcus is probably just at the edge there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll grab him, Kira, and can I grab Min too, maybe? 1, 10, 15,
Yep,
20.
she's just
Yeah.
inside.
Cool. So we'll hit everybody then.
Great. Okay. Oops.
Oh, is it the courage symbol?
Yeah, I'm just using that one for
Oh, my
now.
bad. Sorry, I put on plus.
Oh no, that's fine. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, that's okay. That works too.
Sorry, I'll take it. I like you.
Okay. Thank you. And then Tempest.
It's such a badass spell.
I know. I love Beacon of Hope.
Now that's advantage on death saving throws.
Wisdom saves, death saves,
And heals
and
are
whenever
always-
I heal, yeah, it'll just
Oh,
auto
shit.
max.
Oh
Auto
shit!
max, yeah.
Wow.
No, that was
So, question: does that work then on close wounds as well?
I
Would
think
that
s-
max out close wounds?
I think so because it does not. If I recall the spell verbiage correctly, it does not.
It
say...
says you
You roll the
regain.
hit die.
Yeah, it says you regain the maximum number of hit points. Oh right.
Right. It does not
Oh,
say
that's
you have to
interesting.
expend a spell slot. So I think it would. I'm gonna say that it would include.
Yeah. It says the target regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. There's that keyword.
Yeah. So potions. The
Shit, that's
ketones,
awesome.
oat,
Wow, I
ointment.
didn't realize that.
It's
What
good.
the
It's a good
fuck?
fucking
Potions
spell.
too?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to
nasty.
just
Yeah.
Give me
Everything.
a beer bong of greater healing pots and just feed them to me.
Oh, no, I'm
We
not
are
even
not that
thinking
rich yet.
that. No, Marcus, what we need to do is get you like one of the frat boy helmets with the beer cans on each side.
Oh,
Two
man.
potion flasks in them.
Kira, get to work.
You know, Careful, my next projects are going to require, like, acid oozes and slimes. I don't think you want me making something ingestible yet.
So yeah, let's not put that in a beer hat.
Let's not. Anything else, Aegis?
Actually, yes. Because if I remember right, sorcery point things are a bonus action. Yeah, I think I'm going to end there.
Okay. All right, this guy. All right, so he's going to try to. This is the one that I said was more shapely than the oozes.
More gummy bear
More
looking.
gummy bear like, yeah.
Not so much chewed bubble gum and boogers.
Right. But it does still have the weird pseudopod thing. It is a like sickish green color, so it's going to try to hit Marcus.
Have I ever seen anything like this before? Do I have any fucking idea what this thing
You
might
can give
do?
me anybody who wants to go ahead and give me a history or nature check.
I am not great at either of those, but
Oh, a nat what? Never mind. We're in fighter mode.
Yeah, yeah, you're too focused on the fight. So Kira, you're the only one that really would know, which makes sense anyway, based on where you're from. You definitely have seen these. These are oozes. You didn't like name them. You didn't study them, but like these ones are oozes. Obviously, these ones are acidic and tend to burn stuff. This you're not terribly familiar with, but you do know that usually when there's one ooze, there's many. Help. Okay.
And I know it's the oozes that I'm looking for specifically. Okay.
Yes, that's
cool.
what you were told. Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so he's gonna try. This thing is going to try to attack Marcus. And that's a 9.
That's right, bitch.
That is an 18.
Nope, 19 is my AC.
That is an
Come on,
18.
give me-
So it misses all
Ooh,
3
bam, bam, thank you.
times. It misses all 3 times. You do see that it's kind of weird, Marcus. You see that it has a pistol like stuck to its side, but it didn't pull it out to shoot it. So you're not entirely sure.
Thank God.
And back to the top with Kira.
Okay. I'm going to go and probably try and Marcus is probably fine. Maybe I can always save him next turn if needed.
He's probably fine.
So I'm going to step forward a little bit and pew pew at this one.
Okay. Yep, that'll hit. Okay, and that one also hits. So it does take all of that, and it is not looking good at all.
Okay. Does it look like acid? I'm assuming no because it's news. Does it look like there's acid spraying off of it as it's hit at all?
No, this one does
Okay.
not. So this other one, you definitely saw it was caustic as hell and was kind
Yep.
of destroying the stuff it was touching. This one's just really gross and jelly-like.
Yeah, to me, it's
Okay.
not like it's the master.
It's okay, man. This one won't bite back. Get it. And here we go. Min listened.
And hiding.
Yeah, she did. Holy moly. Okay, yeah. So, Min, she just like slyly walks up to this thing, and it's almost like she's playing with a toy. She just takes the claws out, slashes across it, and the ooze really grossly to the ground.
Yeah. Just yeah. Okay.
does that hurt her or no?
Nope.
So she will say, yeah, that a girl. And then that'll be her turn.
Okay. Alrighty.
It's one of those comments in Elven that translates across all languages.
Yeah. Atta girl is just atta girl. Marcus, go ahead.
All right, so Marcus, since he does not like being below these things, so he is going to, for my bonus action, I'm going to activate my psi-powered leap,
Okay.
and I am going to lift my hands up. His body glows pink, and he flies up, and I'm going to go. So I'm going to go up 10 feet so that I'm still within their melee range, and I'm going to fly behind them and land.
Okay.
And that's my bonus action. So then I'm going to attack this big fucking nasty mucus-looking guy.
Okay.
This is with the radiant weapon. That's an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pump a psi point into telekinetic thrust, and he needs to make a strength saving throw, DC 13.
Okay, one sec.
So he takes. Do you just want all the damage together since it's magical?
Yeah, he did succeed. I got a dirty 20.
Okay, so it's a 17 points of damage total, magical between piercing and force. But so he resists the knockback then.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, and then I will take my second attack with the same weapon.
And he does appear to take the full effect of your attack.
18?
Yeah, that hits.
All right, normal damage, can't use any more telekinetic stuff, so that's another 7 points of magical slashing.
Okay, and he does take effect. Or I'm sorry, it does take effect to the 7 points. If you feel like you solidly hit it and you did the damage you would expect.
All right. As Marcus is kind of eyeing the field, he is going to yell out to Aegis, Master Aegis, do I have to stay within range of you for this spell to continue to work? And he's going to end his turn.
That's a good question.
Because I'm assuming we can feel the magic and the glow on
Yeah,
us,
and
right? Okay.
and you guys would see, well, do you want to explain what it looked like, Aegis? I don't want to take away your...
No, that's fine. It looked like he began either a short prayer or incant before the holy symbol that he has just erupts, or not the holy symbol, but the symbol of Soon on his armor, robe there, erupts and radiates out in the in that rose-colored light, similar from Aura of Purity.
Perfect. So yeah, you definitely would have noticed that it was on.
Does it smell like blueberry muffins?
Actually, yes.
Was not even
It
gonna
does
answer
now.
for you.
Imagine how much more motivating fights would be in a fantasy world like this if you had a guy good at cooking whose spells just smelled like what he cooked.
Fresh.
Oh, if we make it through this, we're going home to muffins and lemon cake.
How does he make it smell warm? All right, you were done, right?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
it. I just
alright.
was asking that.
Yep. So. So this one actually stops right here. Kira, you would see it kind of struggled to get up the side, and then by the time it got up there, it didn't look like it could move anymore.
She's just glaring at it as it approaches Mind, like, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Okay, and then this one. Is going to try to attack Marcus. So you see that weird little, like, weird jelly fist try to punch you.
Ew.
Oh, it's a 24.
Oh, that'll fucking hit me, alright.
Okay, and it is going to be... It's only 2 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, is it magical or regular?
It is regular, actually.
Well, with my heavy armor master feat, that reduces that total damage to 0.
It's a -1, doesn't it?
Yeah, technically. I am, in reaction to being hit, however, I am going to, for the first time, burn a charge on the radiant weapon. So as he finishes his slash and the ooze makes contact, he kind of like spirals around and he holds the weapon forward, and it just like a fucking spotlight for a second in this thing's face. And that will be, it has to make a con save, DC 13, or it is blind until the end of its next turn.
Okay,
If it can be blinded, I don't know if an ooze can be blinded,
So I'm
but
looking right now. Actually, sorry. So Marcus, you do this really
Yeah.
cool thing with the really cool weapon that Kira made for you, and the whole thing kind of turns a different color. It's almost like a shade of really even grosser green somehow. You're not sure if it took effect or not.
I'm just convinced it did. He smiles and he goes, "Got it."
Perfect.
All right, I took that. Oh, I didn't take that damage. Never mind.
No, you didn't take it. You took negative. It probably healed you. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, so now this one's going to attempt to attack Marcus.
Go and get it.
Now this one's not
Not
sure
so
what you
much.
just tried to do to its friend, and you're not sure if it even saw what happened because you don't know if they can see, but it like kind of oddly touched you in the back. Yeah, you feel uncomfortable. Tempest?
Okay, so this is a trash can, yeah?
Oh man.
Does it look nailed down?
No, it's not nailed down or concrete. It is a metal trash can.
Nice. Now it's a sentient metal trash can.
I had a feeling that's right. It's hot.
Actually, wait, no, I need to get closer. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm gonna find something to represent that.
Right there. I need to be within 30 feet of it to do things.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my god, yes. Let's light it on fire. And then throw it at the bad guys. Yeah. Literal dumpster fire.
So I don't think I have garbage cans, but I do have kegs, so I think we're gonna use a keg.
Pretty close. Close enough.
Where did it go? Okay,
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, what are the properties on it now?
40 hit points and 16 AC. And dark vision. Which is nice.
Okay, and this.
Okay. And hot garbage.
I named it hot garbage.
Fantastic. Okay, then I'll have it saunter up next to Marcus here.
Okay.
We'll just kind of.
It's like a weird like Beauty and the Beast thing.
Uh-huh.
Oh god.
And then it's going to attempt to force slam the slime right here, the ooze right there.
Perfect. Alrighty. It is funny.
Okay.
This is a garbage
14?
can, yeah. 14 does hit.
Nice. Sorry, I had to go like back and forth to different screens to make this work.
I understand. No rush.
Okay. Oh, not bad. All right, it's going to be 8 owies.
All right, yeah, and it actually is starting to look a little rough now.
Nice. Okay, and that's going to be it for Tempest and Hot Garbage.
Awesome. All right. All right. So this giant square in the middle here starts to move again. Anything loose like garbage or anything is kind of getting. It's almost doing like a weird rolling thing, but it stays in its cubic shape at the same time. It's very odd. But any garbage or anything that's loose is getting picked up. And it stops there. Now this one.
I'm in danger.
Stops
I need
right there.
bonking.
He's gone training. Aegis, you're up. I don't know. I think he's thinking.
I think I'm going to do about the only thing that I can really do at this moment, and that is just to make sure I'm within range, and we're going to do second level this time on aid for Marcus. Probably Marcus, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So Marcus, Min, and Kira, because if Tempest is still 20 feet up, I don't think he'll be within that 30-foot range.
How many hit points
How
is it?
close did you have to get down, Tempest, to cast that spell?
I needed to be 30 feet away from it.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so you're still 20 up. Okay, got it. Sorry, go ahead, Aegis. How many hit points is it?
5. I'm only casting at second level.
Got it. Okay, anything else?
That'll do it.
Alrighty. On to the gummy bear. It is going to try to attack Marcus again. Yeah, so that was a nat 1. That is bless you, a 15, and yeah, it misses all 3 times. It doesn't even. It's kind of just like it almost seems like it might be trying to like figure out your armor, or at least what's the word I'm looking for?
Tasting it, I think, is what you're trying to
Yeah,
say.
it's licking you. No, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Instinctually trying to figure out how to harm you, but it's not succeeding at that. Back to the top with Kira.
Okay. So I have a question that's going to inform what I do.
Okay.
Looking at this ooze that we have killed, question mark, does it look like the ooze is just sitting there? Does it look like it's running into the tracks? Essentially what I'm asking is, do I have a time limit for being able to harvest? Or
I see what you're saying. So
yeah.
that's a great question. So this one, it does. This is the caustic one that was burning shit and.
Yep, which I don't need.
It's yeah. So it's sort of like it's sort of burned a weird little hole, and it is kind of dripping through cracks.
Okay.
This one is just laying there like a weird pile of dew.
Okay.
Maybe
yeah,
dripping over the side a little bit, but the majority of it is.
Okay, so I will be able to harvest that after fight.
It feels that way.
Zero. Okay, cool. I would have absolutely stopped killing things for this.
She had to go get it, yeah.
Okay. Then I am going to go and take a chance, I guess. We are going to go. I've got a system question just because I'm blanking. Casting a spell in melee, does that impose any penalty problems?
Not in this
5e?
edition.
Okay.
Well,
I guess it
if
depends on what
if
you're trying to do. Go ahead, sorry, Marcus.
Well, I was just gonna say, if you're making a ranged spell
Right.
attacking melee, you have disadvantage on
Yeah,
the
it
attack
depends on
roll.
what you're
So.
trying to do, I guess.
Nope, just a line thing. I just bounced between too many editions. So I'm going to move here, and then I am going to cast Tasha's Caustic through. We're going to see how acid affects all of these, and hope it doesn't heal them.
I'm assuming you're going like this, like.
Yeah, it's the line.
So.
30-foot line will should catch all of the ones in my row.
Okay.
We're only going to do it at first level until we know how this is going to go.
Okay.
Oh, that was garbage.
Okay, so 13 it's a dex save. Got it. Okay.
Yep. If they fail, then they're covered in the acid and take acid, hopefully damage at the start of each turn. Hopefully I didn't just give them fast healing.
That would be rude.
Would be.
Give me a sec, I'm doing their dexterity saving throws.
I'm just trying to get them to regenerate so I can harvest more. Really, it's strategy.
Where are you? Uh-oh.
And that is concentration.
Okay. So the two directly in front of you, they both seem to they passed. So let me know. Did you say they take half if they pass?
No, it's the
Just don't take it, period.
Oh, actually, it's not taking the 5 right now. Each creature in the line must succeed on a dex saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration or until a creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself or another creature. A creature covered in the acid takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of its turns, so it takes nothing right now.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
so
just which ones are covered.
the first two, kind of like are able to move out of the way. They're kind of amorphous and moving around, and it misses them. This one over here takes it full on, but it doesn't look like it affects it one way or another.
Okay. I'm just gonna not bother concentrating on that.
Okay.
So we're just gonna let that lapse immediately.
Okay. Got it. It was a good try.
Yeah, like, no, we're good.
Anything else?
Yeah, Min.
Yeah, Min.
Go and get him.
No, Min, no. We're just having a bad 6 seconds. It's okay.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. I don't know what's going on with D&D Beyond, but if I try to click on the characters, it's like the screen's going blank. There we go. Okay, so that was on that one. Yeah, that does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. Then just another thing is I am going to grab my rapier instead of the crossbow because melee.
Okay, got it.
And that's it. We can move on. We don't need to talk about that turn.
Okay, Marcus.
All right. Yeah, so Marcus looks really surprised by the person who supposedly knows how to harvest these things spitting their element of choice at them. But he's gonna start taking swings at the big guy in front of him, I guess. The gummy bear guy, the one who's licking me.
Got it.
Don't like it.
The weird one.
The weird guy, yeah. That's a 13.
That does not hit.
Okay, perfect. I'll take my second attack. It's the same weapon. That is an 18.
That does hit.
Okay, we'll go ahead and hit it for 9 slashing, but I'll go ahead and drop a psychic point into that for an additional d8. That is an 8, so that is all magic 17 points.
Okay.
And then it needs to make a strength saving throw, DC 13.
I got a nat 20 on that one.
That's alright, that's fine. It's free anyways, it doesn't cost me
Yeah,
anything.
that's good. I always feel bad.
Nah, it is what it is. Hey, it's fine. Okay, so yeah, I will hit him, and then for my bonus action, how is this thing looking? Is it still standing pretty strong?
I was just about to say, so when you like slice at it this last time, you actually chop off part of its arm, like the upper arm actually completely chops off.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fuck it. Alright, yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to make an attack.
Okay.
With the non-magical item. So that is that's nat 20. Fuck yeah.
That'll hit.
Damn, I should have saved that psychic strike, huh?
No, you guys have been ridiculous.
Alright, so my total crit damage is very low. That was a 10. Non-magical 10 slashing.
It does take it.
It does?
It does take
okay, cool. Then, because I am being surrounded by these jelly bastards, I'm going to activate my action surge. So, I will burn my action surge, and I will use my bonus action to attack, and I will switch back to the radiant weapon and take my 2 attacks.
Okay.
That's an 11, that's a miss. Second attack with the radiant weapon, my god, is another 11 because I rolled the same number twice. I'm going to end my turn in shame, and thank you all very much for your participation today.
This is a rough round. Okay.
What a
know how you
terrible
feel.
fucking use of action surge. I think that's the second time I've used my action surge.
Yeah, you
and
got rid of the
it doesn't
guns
do
this time,
dick
though.
for me. Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, moving on to this guy. So it is going to try to hit Min.
Rude.
Well, returning the favor. That's a 17.
Yeah. How bad are we hurt?
Oh, it was almost max, but instead it is minimum, so at 4.
Minimum. Okay. So we
Minimum,
take
yeah,
2.
it's 4 bludgeoning.
Kira again reacts, not even looking, but it's obvious that she's getting it too.
Yeah, and Aegis, you're definitely you're catching on to that. You would have sort of picked up earlier that she wasn't in combat, but she was getting hurt. So you see that she kind of again. Let's see. So now we got this one right here, which is going to try to hit Marcus. Emphasis on try. Yeah, it's a 9. You're feeling like a lot of these weird little punches on your armor, just like, and these things are just kind of like wobbling around you like jello.
I'm not afraid of these little ones. I'm afraid of their big fucking cubic-shaped friend
It's moving ever closer.
that's moving ever closer to me.
This one down here is going to actually turn its attention to Kira.
Rude.
It's a 16 to hit.
Hits the shield.
Okay, so again, you're getting these weird little gel fists that are punching at you now too. Tempest, you're up.
The perfect consistency.
Uh,
That should work great.
Okay. Tempest will first off he will send an inspiration Marcus's way.
Nice.
So you get that little moat floating around your head.
Oh yeah, let me do it. I got you.
And then he will move up. Yeah.
He said,
Smooth,
yeah.
baby. You got this, girl. Okay, and then
Oh, there we go.
yeah, he's just kind of hovering and not getting in the middle of this gross. He wants none of that on his suit. Where the hell am I there? All right, now he's going to attack the same ooze again with his trash can.
Okay.
All right, so I set up a custom action here. I want to make sure this works all right.
Yeah.
Seems to. Yeah.
Oh,
all right,
fuck
that
yeah,
worked.
well done.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So this trash can. What the fuck am I
I've never
saying?
been so excited about watching a trash can beat somebody than
This-
the custom
The
action.
trash
that I
can
did.
trash something else.
It actually sort of rolls over it like a rolling pin and just flattens it into a jelly disc. And it is no longer using its tiny, weird jelly fist punch. Trash
Beautiful.
can attacks out.
Man, these inanimate objects are MVPs every time. My God.
It's so good. Anything
Just gonna-
else from Hot Garbage and Tempest?
Hot Garbage and Tempest, they're done for now.
Alright.
The dynamic duo.
Oh my gosh.
My new
Alright.
band name.
Okay. So this thing is it's sitting still at this point. Marcus, you're close enough. You can see there is shit floating around in there. It looks like maybe like pieces of clothing and like definitely pieces of garbage it picked up on its way over to you. It's really weird and gross.
Does there appear to be any like actual like bones or bodies or corpses in it right now that's being dissolved?
You don't see any bones. It looks like there might be like some armor pieces in there. You don't see body parts.
But no fragments or flesh. Okay, that's I don't care then. I really don't.
Got it.
I gotta fight that fucking thing, so I'm not. I don't. Like if I saw a dude screaming and squealing inside, I'd maybe try to pull him
Right.
out.
So Grimer's gonna move.
But oh, I hope he doesn't use sludge bomb.
Actually, no. It's gonna go.
Guys, can you stop that?
Done anything?
No.
So it is not at the top. I'm actually gonna leave it back here just for the purposes of clarification. It couldn't quite make it up the top here. So it is down at the bottom, but you can see its trajectory. Aegis?
So, Aegis has seen Kira getting hurt, but really, like, towards Marcus, it's been like lick from Haunter, basically. No effect.
Yeah, you haven't seen him even flinch, but you've seen her flinch a lot, and she just now got into melee, so you're not.
She hasn't like screamed in pain or anything, but she definitely reacts. Her min pain tolerance is low.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do. Oh. Kira, I want you to get close to Marcus. And I'm gonna use my turn to hold a 4th level Wither and Bloom.
For what's going to activate it?
Once Kira is within 5 feet of Marcus.
Got it.
Oh,
Okie dokie.
Because he's getting fucking blasted out. I see.
Anything else, Aegis?
That will be it.
All right, on to the gummy bear. It is going to attempt to attack Marcus.
One-armed having ass.
That was almost. It's a 7. It was almost a 23. That is a 24.
I'll take it. As it slams into me, I will use my reaction, and I will activate Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Fuck this bitch. Alright, so it has to take make a dexterity saving throw. DC, I believe it is 13 for me. Let me just check that real quick.
What is my fucking spell list?
That's a good question. It should be, how is it?
Yeah, it's 13.
13, okay. So I am actually, give me 1 second. Okay, so I rolled a nat 20 initially, but I had to have it roll at disadvantage, so it got a 7, so go ahead and roll the damage.
Yeah, and I was wrong, by the way. It was an 11, by the way. I found where it says it.
That's fine. It's still a nat
Okay.
20 or 7, so it's gonna
Oh,
take.
okay. So it takes 13 points of fire damage.
Holy shit. Okay, it's looking real rough. It's looking less like a gummy bear and more like the friggin' puddle over there.
And how much damage did I take?
Sorry, it was 6.
6 of what kind,
Bludgeoning.
please? Bludgeoning, so that's reduced to 3?
Yep.
I'm still sitting on temporary hit points.
Love it.
Stupid.
It's amazing. Okay, and so that was a terrible turn for it. All right, so we're at 9:56. Do you guys want to try to get through one more round, or do we want to call it here? Cat's a yes.
Yeah, we could probably get through one more.
I was gonna say
I was about to say, I'm here, and I'm pretty sure a fair number of these things are about to be melted.
Yeah, I think so too. Kira, go ahead. What are you doing?
Yep. I'm going to go and do what I was told. So we are going to start by going here and then here, which I believe triggers the thing.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that would be
that
close
trigger
enough.
the thing?
Then I'll finish my stuff after.
Let me see what I was using.
So what's going to happen is the 2 guys surrounding Marcus and the gelatinous cube, because I think that's all within a 20-foot radius. Yeah, so the gelatinous cube would fit in there as well, along with Kira and Marcus. All of that is about to be getting hit enemy-wise with necrotic, and then I'm going to throw the heal over to Kira.
Got it. Okay, so give me 1 second, because it's a you said 20 foot, right?
Yep, it is a 10-foot, 10-foot radius, 20-foot diameter.
Okay.
So you should have something. So
Yeah, I think I was using Cloud Kill.
it doesn't matter as long as it says what the measurements differences.
Yeah.
That will match up.
And she didn't even hesitate when you said it. She essentially immediately started moving.
Good? Is that about what you wanted?
Jesus Christ.
That is
That
a
might be too
lot.
big.
Yeah, I was about to say that is big, but yeah, that is essentially what it would be.
No, he said it was a 10-foot, not 20.
Yeah, yeah. Give me 1 second.
For reference, that is approximately 10 feet on both sides too big.
Yeah.
If you just go into its dimensions and reduce it by half.
Oh, I guess I could do that, yeah. Alright. Okay. Well, that's better.
Is that a auto scale?
Yeah, I'll do that next time because that makes way more sense. Alright.
That still looks badass.
It does look badass. I really love Wither and Bloom. Okay, and then...
The funny thing is that's actually still supposed to be 5 feet smaller.
Oh, really? What did you do?
That is still a 15-foot radius.
What is it? Alright. You said go into...
I mean, it works for the effect of what I was going for, but...
You would need to have the original open,
Uh-huh.
right-click on it, and go into dimensions.
Yeah, I see dimensions.
Yeah, and then however you're looking at it, either it's pixels or whatever the fuck you've got it set as, you just divide it by half.
Oh, yeah, I
Roll
guess that makes
dimensions,
sense.
and it
Yeah.
reduces it by 50% immediately.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
See?
Sorry, I'm still learning stuff and Xavier's helping me. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, I'm just gonna fix it manually for now, but now I know how to do it better next time. Sorry, guys. Send to... Yeah. Okay. Alright, and did you do the healing for her, or she just gets the same amount as the necrotic?
Think I roll
No,
a
so
hit die?
she has the ability, officially because it's a 4th level, to spend up to 3, but...
So what's the total... But you gotta have Beacon of Hope up, so what's the total amount of healing she could get?
Max, if she uses all 3 of the hit dice for it, it'll be 3 times whatever her max hit die is.
Okay.
So I'm gonna heal fully.
Yeah. Anything else for Kira? Well, I guess all you do is move. What does Kira do?
Sorry, I'm
do those
adjusting
two
hit
oozes
points.
seem to take the necrotic damage?
Yeah, so... Sorry, thank you for that. So the... God, I can't see. There we go. So this guy...
Yeah, because that's gonna affect how I finish my movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the gummy bear goes down, actually. He like, melts just like the other weird-ass oozes. And then this guy... Yeah, he also takes it. Yep. He takes you can tell that he, Marcus, you see part of it just kind of like wither and melt away. It's gross.
Fuck yeah.
And it's not looking good.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is thank you. Please don't do whatever you did on those ones over there. I don't know how that energy would affect things.
More restrictions.
Sorry, I don't want to accidentally explode things. Really, I don't. If when I do, I want it to be intentional. And then she's gonna stab at the one next to Marcus.
That one, okay. Yeah.
It
so
is magical.
Yeah, so Kira says that to Aegis, and then she just kind of like lunges at this one next to you, Marcus, and she actually takes it down. She slashes it, and it turns into a weird little jelly puddle in front of you.
Technically, I've got enough movement to go one more and try stabbing the cube that I didn't know anything about. I hate it.
Okay.
I hate everything so much.
Yeah, that hits. And it does appear to take... Is that just a normal?
Magical blade.
Magical blade, okay, yeah. So it does
It's
appear to
piercing.
take the damage from your hit.
Okay. I wonder what's in it. That could be perfect. Oh shit. Min. As Kira fully already ADHDs. Min's going to like turn growl at this one, but then go and attack at this one.
Okay.
We're gonna move, hopefully away from the acid one, and attack the non-acid one.
Okay. Yep, go ahead. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Min.
Yeah, so it's Min's making it looks a little rough. She's already slashed it down to nearly nothing. Anything else?
No, Min's a lot happier fighting these than she was water
Okay.
or acid, so we're good.
Marcus, you're up.
All right, so Marcus is going to kind of dodge over here, and he's going to fuck. He kind of glances back behind him, and then he looks like in front of him, and he kind of holds his left blade out towards this thing, but then he puts his hand like out towards Min, and he's gonna shout in Elven, "You need to trust me on this one. Come on, Min." And then I'm gonna activate a psi point for telekinetic movement. Now I'm going to move her towards me 30 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to drop her right here to the left of me, so that way she's within sight of Kira. And then I will use my bonus action to recover the psi point that I just used.
Got it. So you guys see the familiar pink energy kind of lift Min. It's almost like a little cloud, and gently move her across the tracks to the rest of the party.
And I end my turn.
I think Min just like thematically just tries and swipes to swipe at the ones that she's going over
Yeah,
it.
just
But yeah, just tries desperately and then just yeah.
Well, shit, that one down there may have got attacked by
No.
No.
So the one that she was attacking actually climbs down and starts heading that direction. Yeah, you guys killed all of them, didn't ya? Tempest.
Okay. Okay, so Tempest is going. Yeah, I guess it's just gonna let his hot garbage do the dirty work for him.
Hot garbage.
Do the trash work for him. Could my trash can occupy this space where the blob used to be, or is it just a puddle now?
It is a puddle now. I'll say yeah. There's no reason that an object can't be on the same square. That's fine.
Okay, so yeah, the trash can kind of like up to the big boy up here, and going to attempt another force attack.
Okay.
So it's going to be 15.
That hits. Yep.
It's a literal broadside of a barn. I love it. Okay, and I think that's all Tempest and the hot garbage can do.
All right. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it does
Yep.
the force damage. It actually like sort of puts an indent. You guys can see a weird, like a little indent in the side of this thing now.
And then it just jiggles like a bowl full of jelly.
Jiggles. Okay, and now it is its turn. So it is going to move here. And Kira and Hot Garbage.
Hot garbage, no!
Give me a dexterity saving throw, please. It's a DC 12. Alright, Kira, you're good.
I hope this is
You say dex save?
Yeah, dex save.
Hey!
Alright, they both save. So you get to choose. You either get to get pushed back 5 feet, or you move to the side of it.
I feel like pushed back feels better.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, those are both successes, thankfully. It definitely, as it, well, I guess Tempest, I can't really give you the explanation, but Kira, as it tried, you felt like it was trying to like just encompass your whole form, like engulf you. And
Trash can thinks, not again.
and it is going to attempt an attack on Marcus. Oh, it's a 20, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, clean or dirty, doesn't matter. Hits me. I will.
I'm sorry, that's with disadvantage. Because of Min's deflect attack.
Oh, right. Hold on 1 second. Good call.
You
That
save
is
Min,
still a
Min
dirty
saves you.
20. I rolled
I
the exact
tried.
same thing.
That's all right. I'll go ahead and burn a psionic energy point for telekinetic shield, and I will reduce that damage by 5 points.
Okay, so you only take 2, and just so that you know, since it was at disadvantage, the second bit of damage was less.
What was the
Sorry, acid.
acid? Okay, so I will take that. Got it.
But it is only 2.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, next is this little shit down here. It's going to. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's going to attempt to hit Marcus.
Auto reactions.
And that one should be a straight roll as far as Min's concerned.
Well, it's a 6. So it comes up behind, or comes up next to you, Marcus, and it kind of tries to smack you with the weird little arm thing that comes out, and it does hit you, but it doesn't do anything. Aegis.
We're gonna do something potentially a little stupid here now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you ugly shit! I'm talking to the black ooze there. And we're gonna do something we haven't done before. And drop a sacred flame.
All right. Love it. All right, let's see if it hits.
That will be a DC 14 dex save.
Thank you. Oh, boy.
I accidentally hit that twice, so the first one will be...
Okay, yeah, so it does take the full effect of that. It is not terribly dexterous, believe it or not. So yeah, it'll take the 4. Excellent. So you guys see the, I'm assuming it's sort of tinted pink.
Yeah.
Or rose, I guess I should say. Anything else, Aegis?
Yes, actually. We are going to burn... I need to see how many sorcery points this is, but I'm going to use sorcery points to go ahead and grab back my second level. Oh, hang on. Okay, so that's an action. Never mind. So yeah, as a bonus action, I'll go ahead and end up grabbing my second level back using spell slots. Or, spell slots. Sorcery points.
Okay. Just make sure you mark them off for me, and if that's it for your turn, then we'll call it for tonight, my friends.
Yes, that is it for me.
Thank you guys for hanging out for 11 extra minutes.
Can I just do my verbal so I don't forget in a week? Okay. So Kira is going to, like, she turns her head to start to say thank you to Marcus in Elven, gets at the cube, attempts to, like, grab her, and she does a, still in Elven of, what the fuck? Oh, interesting. Like, it's a mix of all the sentiments at once.
No.
A thank you, a what the fuck, and a, I must experiment.
With the power of the gelatinous cube, you'll have unlimited power. She's just got a big fucking tank with like the glowing green gelatinous cube stuck inside.
You said we have a two floor flat now? That means we've got a whole floor for me to do lab things.
3. The attic space is wide open.
See, I'm gonna have a two-story lab.
2-story, get the fuck out of here.
Start blasting out the ceiling.
Hey, Tubbs, can you cast Shatter for me? I've already reinforced the structural supports. It's fine.
Thank you guys for hanging out in stream. Always fun to have you guys here.
Oh no.
Thank you so much for staying as long as you did. Next week we will pick back up in the middle of this fight, and we'll be back on Tuesday with Crochet and Chill. And
This
Thursday
one,
with,
this has
so,
been a
yeah,
roller
we'll see you
coaster
guys.
of a
Thank you so
session,
much
though,
for
and
hanging
I
out.
fucking
This is
needed
great.
that.
I saw
This
the
has been
hydrate
awesome,
one, so
and
that for you. Trash fire.
sorry for being so excited to go and fight a bunch of slimes and oozes and cubes.
All right,
I
here we go,
regret
guys.
nothing
Thank you so
unless
very
we all
much.
die, in which case I regret slightly.
I
So,
would
no,
love to
the-
get
I
sucked
think at
into
least.
the thing. Yeah.